What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back. Real Talk with the Six Man. I'm your host, the Six Man, and this is another collaboration of Real Talk Live, man. You know, got a homie, man. We'll holler at him, see what's going on, man. He running a little late, got a little technical difficulties, but it's all good. I told him I'ma start and get the party going, man. But tonight, man, we gonna have some real talk, man, like we always do. I'm gonna chop it up with a homie, man, that's been around since 90, I want to say 95, 95, 96. And so again, we both Ballou alumni, our paths, we went two different paths, but we meet in a fair space, man, and want to collaborate and do some things, man. So this was just a way of me introducing him to the show because he's been a follower, he's been a big fan, man. My man has had an um, extensive travel regimen with the military, man. My man have been everywhere. So we recently spoke a couple days ago, and he reminded me of a picture that he took, and he was in Italy. I think he said he was in Italy. He said he was in Venice. He said he was in Venice, and he said that he was at the Hard Rock Cafe or whatever, Hard Rock, the little sports jump in Venice, and there was a wall outside, and it was like a graffiti wall. Man, he took a picture of one of my shirts and stuck one of the stickers on the graffiti wall. He was like, "Yeah, I left it there. It should still be there." So, real talk with this Six Man is all the way over in Venice, y'all. he said he also had put my T-shirt and wrapped it on the statue in front of that castle for what is that? What is that show y'all was watching on HBO? GOF. What does that stand for? GOF. I think it's GOF. Whatever it was. He said that he put my T-shirt on the jump and left it there. He tried to take a picture of it. He forgot. He said they probably done took the T-shirt down by now. But the Six Man logo up there that you see right there in that corner right there is all the way in Venice, man. My man, salute, man. So as soon as he come in here, man, we gonna get it going, man. I just came on here because I like to be, punctual, talk to my people, man. So I'm gonna go to the comments real quick and see who up in here. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the show, man. We on Facebook, we on YouTube Live. So however you want to watch us tonight, man, you can go to my Facebook page, Real Talk with the Six Man on Facebook, or you can hit Real Talk with the Six Man podcast on YouTube. So we streaming two different ways tonight, man. We trying to reach the masses a little bit, man. So I got the comments wide open, wide away for my guests. If anything, got anybody want me to talk about real fast before my man get on, just let me know, man. What's going on? What's going on? It's Monday night. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Happy Juneteenth to all of us, man, who, and our ancestors who sacrificed so much, man. When I did a little bit more extensive research on what Juneteenth meant and why we celebrated, man, it felt good, man. It felt good. It's good to know that we are resilient, that we are brilliant, that we are passionate, that we are survivors. We are so many different things, and that's why people take so much shit from us. That's why people, when I say take, I mean me. Like that's why they take away from us, all we do, man. Because we mean so much to society and the world, man. Like hip hop, music, our culture, how we talk. Like I say, I was on Joe Claire. I was listening to Joe Claire. He was kind of talking about the same things, and it's just an ongoing conversation for people who, feel like they decide they want to talk about that shit. Because I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of stuff that gets taken away from us, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit that gets taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to always be involved with certain conversations and just, just being up to date, you know what I mean? Everything. So while we wait for my man, let him know it's no problem. We here. We'll wait for you, Chad. You know, it's just one of them things to look at. Like, you know, it's like the way things are, way people moving, the way shit look. I mean, it's just shit just real crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Shit just real crazy. You know, it's hard for people to kind of keep they cool. You know, I mean, because I think sometimes we all kind of get caught up in the moment of, you know, of 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 what's in front of us. Like we might react, we might lose our cool, so to speak. We might let things bother us for a couple of days that we probably wouldn't normally let bother us for a while. I mean, it's been a lot, man. You know, it's been a lot to think about. It's been a lot to think about. COVID is still out there, and just, you know, just trying to live through that shit and still keep a sane mind and just to keep going. You know what I mean? Like it's just a hell of a thing to do. Even though we can do it, even though we are the resilient people, I know we can do it. We've been doing it. We continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate that we take on so much. We take on so much, Joe, as a people. We take on so much. We take on so much, but yet we still stomp and we kick and we scratch and we fight and we claw, you know, to get what the fuck, you know, we want to get to a point where we feel like, you know, we have arrived. And I mean, even though you have arrived to that point, there's still another plateau that you can go to. You ain't even got to stop. So it's great to see all of the innovations, all of the stuff that, you know, people of our color have done, inventions, just you name it, everything. I mean, we kind of run shit. I mean, if you think about it, we kind of run shit, man. You know, sports, acting, entertainment. Like we do it all, man. Everything that, you know, this world revolves around, we got our hands in it. You know what I'm saying? We got our hands in it. So it's just beautiful to see, you know, us, you know, again, still doing our thing, still fighting and clawing and scratching and all that, but just, you know, at the end of the day, just trying to survive at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, of course, that's a conversation that we've been talking about for a while in terms of mental health, but we're not going to dive into that too much tonight. But it's just something to think about. It's just something to think about, all of the shit that we deal with personally, right? We deal with so much that we deal with personally, and then we deal with work, and then we deal with, you know, family and friends and whatever. It's just we deal with a lot, man. It's a lot that come with us, and we doing it though. We doing it, man. We doing it, motherfucker, Joe. We doing it. So I wouldn't say that I would want to change anything. You know, I mean, it'd be a few things that I would like to change overall, you know, but just the way the last 2 years have gone, it's strengthened us in ways. It weakened us in ways that not necessarily mean weak, but weakened you, and allowing you to see things a little differently than you would ordinarily see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like some of us are so motherfucking mentally strong. You know, our mental fortitude is like Teflon, like it's strong as shit, right? But then when we see something and we can relate to it, it'll allow us to, oh, let me see that again. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean when I say weak. Just give you an opportunity to, you know, tap into that empathy, tap into that, you know, just being a human being type shit. When you see something, you read it, you be like, damn, that's fucked up. Or if you see something on TV, you be like, damn, that's fucked up. I mean, it's just a way for us to tap in and you know, for us to kind of, you know, tap into what's going on around the world, man. Because there's a lot of wild shit going on out here. It's a lot of wild shit going on out here. Like, if you stop to think about everything that you had to think about, you know, when you leave out to go to work, you know what I'm saying? Just think about that for a second. Like, think about all of the shit that we see on TV, all the shit that we see on the news, all the shit that, you know, we got to endure as Black people, period. And just think about how we got to still go to work. We got to interact with people. We got to get gas. We got to go to the grocery store. We got to pick up the kids. We got to help them with homework. We got to do all this shit and still dealing with a rack of other shit. So I just motherfucking, I just pat us on the back, man, a lot, man, because we doing a lot, man, regardless of what it look like. You know what I'm saying? Because it could look totally different, or it used to look totally different, and now it looks totally different because it's supposed to. Because you've matured, you've grown, you've mastered certain things that used to bother you, and now you don't. You know, if they don't bother you, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a pat on the back knowing that, you know, every day we dealing with shit that's supposed to stop us. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that we deal with every day is supposed to stop us in our tracks, but it doesn't. All it does is for majority of us. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a brick, man, and I'm gonna talk into the air, man. The majority of us, we go through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And some of it is just basic, you know, everyday shit, but then some of it is extra shit based off of our, everything, everything, our whole DNA. And we still do our thing though. We still persevere. We still do our thing. We still go to work, like all the shit that I just explained, picking up the kids, paying the bills, all that. We still do all that shit, man. So I feel like no matter what is thrown our way, we figure a way to win regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I just want us to continue that mindset, like just continue that drive, that wanting to be better, wanting to do better, not just for yourself, but for your family too, like just for everybody around you. Like I think that type of positive energy affects everybody. I think that type of positive energy can affect people, you know, way beyond where you are. You know what I mean? Like I think it can touch people through your text messages, through your communication, Facebook, you know, just the way you talk to that person or communicate. Like that type of energy carries on, and I think that's the type of energy that and listen, I know, man. Listen, I know we got shit going on. I know that sometimes shit seems so fucked up for some of us. Like some of us wake up and really be like, you know, life is on my ass today. And I mean, I used to feel like that a lot, especially when I was younger. I used to feel like that a lot. I used to try to blame a lot of shit that was going on in my life on other people, as if I was not creating that shit on my own. You know what I mean? And when I think back to those times, it makes me, you know, not necessarily smile, but it makes me remember because I was ill-advised. You know what I'm saying? I was ill-advised on so much shit, but I still found a way to get out of those severe situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say all the time unscathed. I'm not gonna say all the time, you know, not bruised, because I've been in some tough situations, right? But mentally, I kept going. I prepared. I kept succeeding. I kept knocking down barriers. And I mean, you know, some days it seemed like, you know, the powers that be take the goalpost or the finish line, so to speak, and they just keep moving it back. Just like in football, they say always moving the goalpost back. It just seemed like it's stuff for us is so much extreme, so much harder, so much so that, you know, it stresses us out sometimes, right? But it's just life, and shit happens. Like my man, I got, you know, if somebody asks me about hip hop, and like I just spoke about, I just put a post up the other day about a video that I watched with Busta Rhymes and Van Jones, and it was like an hour and some change interview. And Busta Rhymes had dropped some shit in that interview about him that I was like, oh damn, because even as a fan, because I've been a fan of Busta Rhymes for a long time, so finding out how leaders of the new school got their name, how Busta Rhymes got his name, the person who gave it to him, his personal mentor in hip hop, I'm like, damn, for real. And then he talked about some personal struggles, about him losing his voice and how he picked up weight, and he just, you know, he was kind of going through his shit. But I thought it was great to allow Busta Rhymes to share some of that shit, because of some of the shit that he shared in the interview, he said nobody had ever known. So it was like when you watch it, you're learning something that somebody else doesn't know. And I love to know something that somebody else doesn't know. So at the end of the day, I can kind of let it have a positive impact on me, and then I can share it to other people, and hopefully it have a positive impact on other people. But the interview was great, and I just thought it was a great way, for this man to kind of open up and let people know about, some shit that's been going on with him for years, and he finally got a hang of it and got a hold on it, and he doing better. He dropped the album in 2020, and they was talking about the album. So it was just, I mean, as I kind of go through this world of, wanting to be seen and wanting to be, somewhat as a media outlet, it just kind of reminds me of so many life lessons, things that I've learned along the way. And I mean, I know a lot of us have learned a lot about themselves, in the last few years. But I know for me, it's been more gratifying for me to allow myself to allow you all to learn me a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I used to hear it all the time, especially when I was in college. I used to hear people tell me, or just ask me rather, like, why you so upset? Why you be so mad? You know what I'm saying? And back then, as a young man, I don't think I could explain it to you because it was something, unfortunately, that was just normal for me, like a normal, mindset, which, like, one of my group members in my group, somebody said the word normal, and she was just like, what's normal? Like, she's I want to say she's in the, like, the psyche lots. What is she in? Psychology. Is that it? Yeah, psychology. I ain't want to mess up. And so I think she's educated in psychology. And she was like, what's normal? I was like, damn, what's normal? That's crazy. And yeah, I mean, when you think about it, what's normal? Like, think about that for a second. While we wait for my guest, which we will wait for my guest. If you think about it with me real quick though, what's normal though? What is normal? Like, if somebody looks up the definition of normal, let me see what the definition of normal is. Cause I'm just curious. I'm just really curious of what normal is. What's the definition of normal?
Here's the definition of normal: conforming to a standard, usual, typical, or expected.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. And I don't think any of us are any of those things. Conforming to a standard. Whoo. Conforming to a standard. Yeah, I'm not normal. I'm not normal, Joe. And so I'm kind of happy that she drove that message, like, to us, and it was like, what's normal? Like, none of us are normal. All of the shit that we dealing with, like, what does normal look like? I mean, to some of us, normal looks fucked up. Normal looks like, you know, domestic violence in the home, verbal abuse, like that shit. That's normal to some people, and then to some of us that don't want to deal with that shit, or don't deal with that, look at it like, damn, that ain't normal. I don't deal with that shit. So it threw me off when she said, what's normal? I was like, damn. And then to, again, like Darius said, wow, like to look at that definition and see what it say. I mean, it's like a lot of times we really do have to take some of the time out of our day and do some necessary research on our own to figure out what the fuck is really going on around us. I mean, on some real shit. Like, I know we drink and we smoke and we party and we got our vices, we do, but at some point, at some point in your life, in a day, in your time frame, you got to be able to research and look up shit so you can know what the fuck is going on around you. Like, you just don't want to be out here bullshitting, walking around and not knowing what the fuck is going on. You got to know what the fuck is going on around you, for real. And so again, that normal thing, I was like, what does that even mean? She was like, not normal. Nah, I was like, dang, what does that mean, Joe? Like I'm not normal. Like, damn. And I mean, I was one of those people that got off that call that night and was like, damn. I mean, so some of y'all might not know, some of y'all do know. I got some regulars in the chat, and they know. But so I have a group. I have a private Facebook group that I created a couple years back. And it's been a great group thus far. Like we've gotten great feedback from a lot of our members, our active members. Like we got over 1,000 people in this group, but like my friend Durr say, we only probably got like 50 or 60 that's active, which is is all good. But the group in itself, especially during COVID, was something special because we did all types of stuff. Like we went live, we posted stuff. We had a DJ. Shout out to DJ Mike Line. You know, we had Mike Line to do, you know, DJ, do Zoom, and it was we and we still had fun. We still had fun, but I think we had more fun during COVID because I had people that I spoke to, you know, inbox wise, and they be like, "Yeah," because I remember during COVID, I was all in your group. I was in there chatting and talking, and I remember one night you had a DJ. I was like, "Yeah." So it's been a great way, you know, to connect and communicate, you know, with the people who follow me. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily like to say fans. I just like to say supporters, people who've been supporting what I started, you know, back in 2018, and now it's turned into, you know, something that I didn't even know I was going to end up doing. But now, you know, I'm comfortable enough. I love talking to y'all. Um, this room that I do in our group, it kind of just sets the tone for the middle of the week. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we do have some of those conversations that kind of allow us to set the tone for the rest of our week. You know what I'm saying? We not just having no, you know, funny bullshit conversations. Sometimes we talking about some real shit. And I mean, mental health will be one of the conversations that come up a lot. Like mental health is one of those conversations that's always ongoing. And we're always going to talk about our mental stability because it's important. Like our mental state, stability, mindset, whatever you want to call it, is very important for each individual, right? In order for you to create this um this thing that you call success for yourself, is going to take some discipline, right? So just a sidebar. So I am the co-founder and slash president of a nonprofit based in PG County called Type Inc., teaching youth prosperity and excellence, right? And I am the president, got the treasurer, we got my man, the secretary, they my brothers. We all came up with this idea to start this nonprofit. And so now that I'm in South Florida, I have started a partnership, you know, as a mentor with another nonprofit down here in Florida. And it's called Warrior Affiliated, right? And she got this youth group, it's called Youth Rise, right? And so as a mentor, you kind of, you know, just talk with the kids, you know, see where they mind at, see how you can help them, see how you can, you know, mold their, you know, their mindset to think, you know, I guess better, more positive or whatever. And it's been great. It's been great. And I think it's going to do big things. But again, it's one of those things that allows me to still have, you know, not so good days, but still have some type of positive reinforcement on the back end, because talking to these kids and just chatting with them in the chat, and then the young mentor that I have now, the young mentee that I have now, it's just a real is a reinforcement of positivity throughout my week. You know what I mean? Because I can chat with them, I can text them. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not having a good week, I can hit them up and just, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on. And it's been a good thing for me. It's been absolutely great. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for everything that's going on. I'm thankful for, you know, just, you know, not being where I was, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I had some rough years myself, as we all have. And I just feel like sometimes we can't let that shit let us, you know, get us to the point where it throws us off our axis, man. We gotta, you know, have the right group of people, you know, friends and family to first talk to, like let them know what's going on with you, and then they can give you advice. They can push you through this, you know, this thing. Like again, going back to to one of my all-time favorite rappers, Scarface. He was like, either 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 you either you in a storm, you just getting out of storm, or you going to another storm. That's just what it is. That's kind of what life is. Storms. And either we just walking into one, we getting out of one, or we walking into another. That's what it is. That's what life is, man. Just storms. And storms, what? They go away. So I think mentally we got to be strong enough to know some of the storms that we in might be longer than others, and we probably can't really 100% explain why they taking so long or whatever. But it's one thing that I've noticed in majority of the storms that I've been through. I noticed that it started with me getting out of it, if that makes sense. Like it started with me understanding that I could no longer throw a pity party. I could no longer blame stuff on other people. I had to throw my chin strap back on and understand that some of the shit that I was going through was directly reflected from my actions and what I did. And I think that sometimes for a lot of us, we get caught up on us being so right about shit when we know we wrong. But we just trying to prove a point that we right and we know we wrong. So for me, I actually have gotten to the point where now I'm just thankful that I do have that mindset. Like I do have a mindset of accountability, responsibility, just understanding that everything ain't everybody else's fault. Sometimes everything that's going on with you in your life is because of you. And sometimes you got to just bite that bullet and keep going. I mean, it is what it is. So I think, again, at the end of the day, it's like, what do? We stop because we got to pass. Do we stop because we got into some trouble? And these youngers now, they are, to me, their identities have been stolen. Like they don't know who the fuck they are. Like they see life totally different than we do. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I got some you know, I got some life experiences that when I see them, I'm not necessarily saying that I agree, but I guess I more rather just can relate because I'm like, damn, okay, I can kind of see why that happened, or I can kind of see why this went that way, because we've all been through some shit, right? And so we can't keep we can't keep like acting like our shit don't stink. Like our shit definitely stinks, and it should, because we're getting rid of the bad stuff, right? And so, I mean, I watch the news sometimes and I hear something and I be like, damn, okay, I think I understand that, because I do. I understand that. That's crazy. But I mean, it does not I don't know, it does not stop me from, one, remembering those times, and then two, wanting to allow some of my trauma, some of my misguided decisions to get back to another person that might be on that path, like on the path of being misguided. Nah, let me holler at you, Slim. What you about to do? Let me holler at you. Because 9 times out of 10, if we are mentoring a young person that's between 18 and 25, we've been that already. We've been that. We've been through some shit between 18 and 25. A lot of us had kids around 18 years. I mean, let's keep it a brick, man. Some of us had kids at 18. Some of us was in high school and had kids, more than one. So we've all been dealt a hand, Joe. We've all been dealt that motherfucking hand. Like, damn, for real? But what we got to do? We got motherfucker keep going, Joe. That's it. We gotta keep going, man. It's nothing else we can do but keep going. We can't do nothing else. I mean, because for me, it's like what? Like, what we gonna do? Stop? We gonna give up? For what? What? Why we gonna do that? We gonna give up. Just gonna stop and be like, all right, nah, I ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck that shit. Nah, Slim, you can't give up, man. I mean, it is hard. Yes, shit is stressful. Shit is hard. Sometimes shit is painful. But guess what? You cannot, man. It's no way. It's no way, shape, or form. Especially, and I'm saying especially if you got kids. Especially if you got kids. It's more weight on your back. Cause it's like, okay, you ain't doing this shit for yourself. I mean, if they like it, some days you think you making all the decisions and you doing you, but at the end of the day, if them decisions ain't gonna overall affect everything that you doing, then you might be doing shit fucked up. Because everything that you do, every decision that you make as you get older, it attacks and it impacts everything, kids, relationship, everything. It affects everything. So that's why I say, even as we young, we've been through some shit, but as we get older, shit get a little bit more strategic, and we gotta be willing and be having enough wherewithal to be like, all right, let me do this, and let me switch this up, and let me do this and do that. And then it's sad because it's not enough kids that I see that, I mean, in my mind, even know how to fucking open up a bank account. Like, don't even know how to write a check. Like, what the fuck? And I'm not saying that it's something that needs to be required, but writing a money order, writing a check, not necessarily balancing a bank book, because I mean I ain't even do that. I don't think a lot of us did that, but anyway, some of us probably did. But I'm just saying, these kids that can't do some of the basics, like the life skill stuff that we got taught. I mean, that's why I say I was fortunate. I mean, Southeast DC, Ballou Senior High School. I did go to Theodore Roosevelt for 2 years. So let's shout out to the Rough Riders. But Ballou was my home. When I touched down, it was home, man. Like, all of the jokers that I grew up with around the way saw me. What's up, Slim? Oh, you in here now? Oh, bet. So it was a home away from home situation, man. Did a little mandatory vacation and went back to school and got at it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't let any of the challenges, stop me from getting my high school diploma. I mean, it's a lot of challenges out there that's gonna stop you and deter you from doing certain things, but you can't do that. You can't let shit deter you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going, man. You can't just stop just because shit get a little hard. You gotta just keep going, man. It don't matter. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. It's not necessarily, learn. I just speak from experience. I just speak from life experience. That's it. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say, you said I would like to learn more from you. And it's like, I mean, just keep watching. That's all I can say. Keep watching, keep listening. You're gonna learn as much as you need to. You know what I mean? Because I'm always gonna speak from the heart, regardless. Like, I don't try to sugarcoat too much. I try to keep everything centered. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, just keep watching it. Become a supporter. I got a couple social media outlets that you can support. This is one. My YouTube page. You can go to my YouTube page, like and subscribe. To my YouTube page. I have a podcast platform. If you go to Anchor, you can become a donor or a sponsorship person. Who would like to help donate or sponsor the show. So it's many ways you can help me out as while you learning, while you following. It's just I don't know, man. I just like to give back. I mean, naturally, I just like to give back, and then I like to like get shit off my chest. Like, shit like this, it helps me get shit off my chest. It gets me to, it allows me to like not worry about something else I was dealing with, but then I do this and I'm in a different zone, and it helps me like not think about that other bullshit. So it's been real good. Let me hit my man, see where he at. I mean, this is something that I feel like it should never stop you, regardless. Whatever you say you're gonna do, you should do it regardless, Slim. I'm just letting them know I'm live. But yeah, man, I just feel like, as a people, man, we just watched Snoop Dogg got a comedy special on Netflix. And so we just watched that yesterday. And yeah, man, it's fucking hilarious. But then when you think about comedy and when you think about the cancel culture and like us not being able to say shit to people and without people getting upset, it's crazy, man. It's real crazy. So he said, give him 5 minutes, he coming, and we definitely gonna wait for him. That's my man, Joe. My man 50. My man 50 grand. I'm trying to see if I can do something real quick while I'm still on here with y'all. Oh, the good Ed just clicked on. Good Ed just clicked on. Yeah, I am. He trying to hit me up. He like, man, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm on the way. I'm on their way. Like, cuz you good. I'm trying to see what happened, y'all. I'm trying to share something. Hold on. I'm trying to. Let me see if I can do it this way.
It's Real Talk with the Six Man. I'm your host, the Six Man.
What happened, y'all? Oh man. That shouldn't have happened, huh, man? I'm trying to see if this worked. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, Slim. Happy Father's Day to you as well, my brother. My brother from another mother. All right, my man say he pulling in right now. He rolling in. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on.
The show is Real Talk with the Six Man. I'm your host, the Six Man. This podcast is uncut, unscripted, and we talk about a wide range of topics. Black entrepreneurship, social injustice, education, finances, the family dynamic, Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter, and mental health, along with many more. It's a Real Talk podcast to empower, educate, encourage, uplift, and inspire, and to allow others to be better than they were yesterday.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it, man. That's the intro, man. That is the intro. I need to try to update that joint though. I did that back in the day, man, with my man, Joe. He took me around a couple spots in Southeast. Like, man, look, we're gonna do it. We're gonna put it together real fast. Boom, boom, it's done. I'm like, bet. So when I watch it, even though it's kind of fast, but we hit a lot of different spots for him to get what he got in that little intro, man. And I'm proud of it because it ain't take us that long, but we did ride around, bro. We did ride around. But yeah, like I say, man, my guest, he said he coming, man. He said he pouring up one right now. Hey, look, let me tell y'all what he drinking, man. Just so y'all can know what he drinking. He said it's called Ronnie's Secret Go-Go. So it's supposed to be some type of wine. He said he gonna teach me how to order wine from Italy. I said I'm with it. Don't listen. Don't be trying to give me a good time, man. Let me know. I try wine from Italy. Oh, I would definitely try that. Let me know, man. So I see you in the building, man. I see you in the building. Carl, I see you in the building. Darius, what's up, champ? I see you in the building, man. We'll see y'all in the chat, man. See y'all in the chat, man. So yeah, I'm just waiting for my guests, y'all. I came on here for a minute. You know, I wanted to talk to y'all like I always do. But now we about to get into the thick of the conversation. Just waiting for my man to come on, you know. Waiting for him to get in the building. He said he pouring up once. He in this coming chair. I said, man, listen, man. Do what you do, man. I got everything set up. All you gotta do is get ready. That's it. Get ready. But I can tell y'all now, sun done went down a little bit down here. We got a little bit of rumbling, so I know 9 times out of 10, we can get some rain. We can get a little bit of showers. That's just what it is down here. It's hurricane season, so that's what it is for us down here. Rain showers, and then the sun come back out like ain't shit never happened. You like, God damn, it was just raining like shit. Then you come back outside, you be like, damn, the sun out there. Shit is crazy, but I've gotten used to it now. It is funny as shit is wild, but like I say, I got used to it a little bit. Just waiting for my man, y'all. Just waiting for my man, y'all. I think it's gonna be a good convo, man. He's in close contact with a guy who I would say that a lot of people kind of I want to say look up to, you know, want to make sure he's taken care of, you know, type person. But he do a lot of he connected with Miles, man. You know, down at the gates, man, in Berry Farms, man. You know, I look at a lot of basketball. I look at a lot of basketball sometimes, and to me, nothing like the gates down Berry Farms, man. It's. I've been to a couple playoff games. I've been to a couple Maryland, Georgetown. I've been to a couple games, man, especially high school. But it's nothing yet that I think that can compare to the Goodman League. It's been, yeah. And my guess, he real cool with Miles, man. And I got to meet Miles one time downtown, down southwest. They was working on I want to say it was a documentary, and I'm in the room, and they wanted us to just kind of listen to this guy. I think he was from BET or something, and he talked, and I took a lot of the shit that he said, and you know, but me personally, I was just happy to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be in the room with people that I know making move. And I mean, for me, Slim, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I always think I've had myself around people who were innovators in their own way. Like my man T-Man, real smart, real creative in his own way. My brother, he moved his own way. I think I got a lot of education just being around my men and watching how my family move. And you know, I didn't move the right way all the time, you know what I'm saying? But as an ongoing education, I did learn and look and, you know, repeat some things that people did. Or this good for him, let me try that. Or this good for him, let me and you put your own shit together, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this dude, man, he played basketball. He played basketball for our school, man, and he was pretty good, pretty good guy, man. We was actually talking a couple nights ago, and we was talking about grafting. We had a basketball coach / teacher. His name was Grafton, and he was a wild joker, but he put me up on so much game though. Like Grab put me on so much. Like I said, if I could see Grafton today, he would be like, "What's up, youngin?" Like I mean, cause Grab gave me so much game, y'all, in fucking high school. I mean, Grab was in my head with CDs and investing when I was in fucking 11th grade. I'm like, damn, this nigga, and of course, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing me, you know, but he always asking me what I'm doing with it. When you putting it here, you doing this, you doing that, you doing this. So it was always good to, man, talk to Graf, man. So when this dude finally come on, man, he can kind of double back and kind of talk about Graf and all the funny shit we talked about on the phone, because that's some wild shit, man. Yeah, I mean, so let me start with your first comment, T. So I know what you mean when you say the Goodman League. It was always, it was so many people. I mean, the night that Gilbert came down there, the night that Gilbert Arenas showed up down the farms, man, was classic. Was classic. LeBron Prophet. I was there when LeBron Prophet came down there. Almost got his ass cooked, but but Agent Zero came down in the gates, man, and gave the people what they wanted. You hear me? Like the Goodman League for me, even though I did watch a whole lot of, I even watched the and one shit. I watched the and one niggas. Like I watched a lot of basketball, man, and it, what's the joint in Georgetown? They had a league in Georgetown. I mean, it was so much basketball, but Goodman League, man, that shit was great. So Graf, I mean, listen, that's between you and Graf, man. When you sing, we can all go out to dinner. We can ask him, "Hey, hating on you." I don't know. I can't explain that one. I don't know what his beef was with Jokers from Hot though. Like, what was his beef? What was his beef? Like, why the fuck did he have a beef with y'all? Because y'all went to Hot. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, Herbo was cranking. Herbo was cranking. I mean, it was so many leagues cranking, but just to have a league that was getting so much notoriety, right? And when we grew up, like that shit was cranking. Like you come down MLK, you already know. You see cars, you like, dang, this joint crowded like a motherfucker. So you had to get down there early, because if you didn't, I mean, it was just stand up room only. Sometimes you couldn't even get inside the gates unless you knew somebody. Like you got close to the gate. Hey, that's my man? Yes, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on some type of VIP status to get in that motherfucker. If not, you outside the gates trying to get you a fish sandwich or something. Like, I mean, it is what it is. He was cool off the court. Like I say, man, Graf taught me a lot, man. Graf taught me a lot of shit, man. He told me a lot of. He took my mind when I was a younger man in 11th grade, and he projected it out even further at that time. So I just appreciate him for that. Damn, for real? Oh, damn, that's messed up, T. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because when you think about it, even back then, Slim, like I mean, like it's like I don't know. I mean, did he end up going to Friendship? Did he come from Friendship? I forgot. Did he come from Friendship? I think that's probably why he didn't like Hawk, because he came from Friendship. You said Friendship couldn't win as long as we were down Hawk. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm. Oh no, he was. I mean, like you say, he was a good dude. Also off the court, he was a good dude, man. When I told Slim I was going to Dale State, he was ecstatic. He was like, man, I mean, because some bullshit happened with him at the school, and he had to leave. But even when he left the school, I still had some conversations with him, and he was ecstatic. He was like, man, you going to Dale State for real? I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to Dale State. So he was Friendship coach. Okay. And then he came to Ballou. Okay. Yeah. Cause this guy, man, my guest, man. Well, then I think you know who my guest is, man. You gonna figure out who my guest is, because he used to be on my guest. He used to be on his ass. I mean, because he was the team, man. He was the man who ran the show. So, like I say, man, he gonna pour. He said he pouring up one. Look, I'm gonna tell him, man. T-Man said, come on, man. T-Man said, come on. look, T, I'm making it your fault. I said, man, T-Man said, come on. Oh, shit. Oh, for real? He cut D-Love? I didn't know that. I didn't know he cut. So he cut D-Love from the team? I did not know that. He said he logging in now. I did not know he cut D-Love from the team, Joe. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because D-Love was nice. D-Love was nice, man. He was nice out there. I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. Like, even if you got talent, like, what the fuck? Like, you supposed to, like, damn. So that was in high school. Motherfuckers was hating back then. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, it ain't B. It ain't B. You close though. You close though. Damn, I wish Angel was up, man. I'd make me another drink, man. All right, well, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go make me a drink, y'all, because I need another drink. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna give y'all something that we used to listen to back in the day. And no, I do not own the rights to this music. Before they get to asking me a bunch of bullshit, I do not own the rights to this music, but I do want to take a pause for the cause. And with doing so, I want to be able to do it in a way that everybody understands what is going on here. I want everybody to be comfortable. I want everybody to understand the type of situation we got going on. Because when I play this shit, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I see where he going." Oh, I think I gotta go down. Oh, I think it's. Uh-oh. 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 What's good, Slim?
What's up, man?
My man say that Mississippi internet guy.
Man, this Mississippi internet, man. Then you know the humidity. I'm out here on my patio. This humidity, boy, I can't even say humidity. Strong, woo wee.
Shit terrible.
Man, shit good and terrible, bro. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
listen. I'm just glad. I'm just glad you can look. He told me talking about. I knew it. I knew it was his. I'm telling you, he had to guess who was going. He was like B. I was like, nope, you close, but
Man, Tony, man, the only dude I seen dunking low top Adidas. That was Tony, man. I think we were 15 or 16 then.
Not low top Adidas though.
All black. I think there was Adidas or Fila. There was either Adidas or Fila's. They wasn't Nikes. I can tell you that much.
Hey yo. Oh shit! Yeah, I need a halftime because it's about to be serious. Hold on, he laughing. He laughing. He said, "Tell that dude I said what's up."
Tell him I said what's up, man.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, so I was looking for this halftime song so I can go refresh my cup, and I lost it. Yeah, so what I was on here doing, Slim, I was just on here, just kind of giving you some time to get on, talking a little bit about just us as people, just being resilient, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can kind of just kind of parlay on that because,
Would you say where we at as a people?
Yeah, it say that you trying to log on again.
Yeah, that's my computer. That's my desktop.
Okay. So if it connects, should I add it?
Yeah. Add that. Let me see how it worked because it was moving a little slow. Because I had some little notes on my cell phone.
Okay.
Let me see how this joint gonna work, man.
I was hearing the feedback. I was like, what is that?
Hold on, I'm gonna log out this junk.
Okay.
You hear me?
That's better. Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
I think we
You know
back
what I'm
live now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, guess what? Like I was telling everybody earlier, man, you can't give up, man. You gotta just
nah, man.
you gotta let shit do what it do, man.
Yeah, that mindset, baby.
Slim say they was comfortable.
Huh?
No, I told him, man, said they was comfortable.
Yeah, he the only dude I seen hooping them joints. I think they was felines.
Oh, we gonna get to that, T, man. You going too fast, man. We gonna get to that, man. He going too fast, man. He want me to talk about stuff that we gonna talk about tonight. But I'm trying to motherfucker find like a good walk away song, man, that I can go make me a drink.
Hey, this from Morocco, man.
You told me.
This go-go juice. A dude from Morocco making in Germany.
Go juice.
I fall asleep out here on the patio. You got me on live.
Oh man. All right, let me look. Stay there. I'm gonna just play this. Yes, I don't own the rights to this music, but stay there. I'm gonna go make me a drink. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, ain't shit changing. Hey, that used to be my shit right there. My man. Good God Almighty. So let me come out. Let me come out of here real quick. Private chat. Okay, all right. Let me come here real quick. Let me show that real quick. Okay, y'all. We got the guest here. So you are now really tuned into the show, man. Real Talk with the Six Man. Yeah. Hey, listen, Slim. So like I said, I came on here earlier just to kind of, get the people what they needed until you came on, right? And so now that we got you here, we can go with it, man. We can flow with it, right?
Yeah, we can flow, man.
So a lot of people that's watching, they're gonna either follow you, follow me, but when they see the replay, they're gonna want to know, like, how the fuck these niggas know each other? Like, how these dudes know each other? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times motherfuckers don't be understanding the bond, not necessarily just between men, but that South Side bond. It's something about that South Side bond. Like it's like, and we gonna get to where I'm going in a different context, but just kind of talk about that South Side bond. First of all, let me remind everybody that we are both attended Ballou Senior High School in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying, Southeast D.C. We both had similar paths. We seen similar things in the neighborhoods, and we've been involved in certain things, activities and such. We ain't gonna get off. We ain't gonna incriminate ourselves too much. but we don't seen a variety of things, right? And so when people say, where they from, they tend to like, oh, I'm always gonna represent where I'm from. And I mean, I think in a way we do that even without thinking about it, like how we talk, our mannerisms, how we respond to certain things. And people like, where the fuck you from? You say DC, they be like, oh shit. So kind of just talk about, our connection and Southeast and what Southeast meant to you. Like Southeast to me is everything. Like I'm still thinking about tattoos to get. I got more tattoos. Like I got all types of shit on my arm, dog. So I'm still thinking about. Look, I got the big Southeast. Can you see it? I got the big Southeast, John.
Yeah.
I got the blue night right there. Like it's us, man. So kind of talk about the South Side a little bit, man. Get people up to speed.
Well, I grew up in Bird Farm, right? So we both grew up in a unique era and a unique time in Washington, D.C., right? So let's get that started first, right?
Unique. I like the word unique. Yeah.
We grew up in a time, man, in an era in Washington, D.C., where, pride was everything, man. Where you from, man? Like, especially being on the South Side. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, we both, like you said, we both experienced similar things and had similar backgrounds, but you dress better than me, so I still ain't put that piece together yet.
Wait a minute, why the fuck everybody be? Listen, I was Joe Basic, man. I ain't do much.
You and Joe Basic. You had a Coogee sweater, and I went to Marshall's looking for Coogee. I had to get the on sale joint. But getting back to the South Side, that's why I fool with Kev. This Kev never walked with his head down a day in his life.
Oh man.
But nah, man, it's you had to have a different mindset growing up in the Southeast, man. Like, it wasn't nice, man. Like, we experienced things at 12, 13, 14 years old that it put us in the mind frame of a 25-year-old, while mindset was on survival mode. Right. You know what I'm saying? At an early age, I don't even think we had the opportunity to be kids, really. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we lead into the whole military thing. That's what I can jump into, right?
Don't go too fast. We're gonna get to that.
I ain't gonna jump too fast, but that whole Southeast thing, man, was vicious, bro. Like, not only was we underfunded,
for a lot of shit.
It was a whole lot of shit, man. We suffered from lack of positive mentors. We suffered from a lack of resources. All we had was the big homies in the block, right? In your neighborhood. So, and you hope they led you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
You see what your man saying? Look what your man talking about.
Who, Tony Man?
Yeah, bring me in the room.
Only if you wear them low tops.
Oh, shit. Hey, so I just say that because I be wanting people to understand the connections. Like sometimes, so like when people hear you talk to people, I be wanting people to understand the difference. Like there's motherfuckers that you interview that you don't necessarily know, and you kind of get to know them as you talk to them. But as far as a motherfucker that it ain't too much interviewing. We just need to just get right to it because we both.
We don't. I think you make a good point. I think being from the South Side, us both, and just being from DC, both, we don't combine and use our resources enough, right? We'd rather partner up with an out of town joker than our own people. You know what I'm saying?
Stay there for a second. Stay there. Hold on. Stay there.
Yeah. I think we need to do that more, man. You know what I'm saying? Because being from DC, being from the South Side, we unique, man. Like, we are unique and we are cloned a lot from just by the way we talk, by the way we walk. You know what I'm saying? How we engage people, how we even engage girls. It's copied. You know what I'm saying? Like how we wear our clothes, everything's copied. Like, people get a lot of credit to New York, to the South, to Cali, but they all get their mannerisms from us in some kind of way, I feel.
All right, so look, we ain't gonna get too far ahead because you you kind of going somewhere I want to go in a little while, right?
Yeah.
So let's kind of give the show its foundation. So in the last day, we've actually celebrated Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, my brother, and to
Same
all
to you,
my other brothers out there. Happy Father's Day to all my brothers out there. And then we had Father's Day, and then we had Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it was a little bit of you know, I'm gonna use the word remarkable. Like, damn, we got two major days to celebrate, kind of connected together a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to dial into that to let that be kind of the main focus of everything we're gonna talk about. And so getting right into that, a father, a father doesn't have a playbook. I mean, being a father doesn't have a playbook. It doesn't have a YouTube page. It doesn't have, hey Siri, can you know what I'm saying? So, I want to ask you this. Because I know you're a father. So I want to ask you this. How important is it to you to be the best father possible? And why is it so important to you to do that?
Oh man, I mean, right? If you grew up on the South Side, how many of us had a present father, right? You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, he pulled up on a nigga. He pulled up on a nigga.
My dad was present, but I was one of the few, one of the many that was affected by that drug.
Exactly.
Pops was affected by that drug thing, right?
Exactly.
So, as a kid, you really didn't understand, right? Like, say for instance, I'm gonna give you a quick example, and then I'm gonna tell you how important it is to be a father, right? Like, my dad was out in them streets, right? So I remember vividly me having to piss in the Kimmy oil bottle, you know what I'm saying, to take his urines for him, right? You know what I'm saying? Him addicted to heroin, me going to Lawton to the carnival, right? Going down to Lawton. Now, I'm young, so that's what that whole mindset thing, right? So I'm going to Lawton to see my father to the carnival. I'm thinking that's a good thing, right? I ain't thinking Pop's in jail, none of that. I'm like, Pop, she'll be coming home with us, right?
Right.
So yeah, man, it gives you that mindset at a young age, like what the hell is going on?
Right.
So as you get older, Pops, still tripping off, his actions, his moves. And my Pops was a good dude, but that needle had him, right?
Yeah.
He loved that needle. So, I couldn't blame him for that. So it just put me in a mind state that I want to do better as a father, right? So when my first child was born, I was all heads in. I ain't get along with my baby mother, but that shouldn't affect me being a father, right?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So
some people would disagree with you there, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Everybody's opinion is.
It's some brothers that use that as the excuse not to do for their kids, and it's not an excuse at all.
Never no excuse, right? There's never no excuse. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold that thing down, man. Like it's very important, man. I was in Korea. I was flying home twice a year, stationed in Korea, man, just to see my daughter, right? Just to spend time with my daughter. When I was overseas, I would fly home just to spend time with my daughter, right? So I made all the sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, I needed to make as a dad and continue to, right?
And
so
it's a process with that, right? Like in order for you to do that, you got to go through certain steps.
Yeah, I just can't come.
So let's stop for a second. So we gonna get into military background, but explain to everybody, introduce yourself as your current, as an officer right now, so everybody know who you are, and then we'll keep going.
Oh man, I'm Chris Pearson, man. I'm in the Air Force. My rank is Master Sergeant. That's E7. If the chain goes up to E9, I'm almost at the top, right? You know what I'm saying? Southside kid almost at the top.
See how he smiled when he said that, y'all?
Oh man, I've been in 20 years, man. It's been the most amazing 20 years of my life, man. I don't regret it at all, right? And as we get into this thing, I'm gonna break something down to everybody because
we gonna get there. I got some.
Yeah, this misconception of black men and black people in the military, period. Right. So
all right, so let me give you this one. So you talked about, some challenges. We talked about not having the best relationship with our daughter's mother or our child's mother, not letting those challenges stop us from being a good dad, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then we still, it's very important for us because we might have had not the best father figure in our life, and so we want to double back and create a better,
just a better foundation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this one I thought of last night. It woke me up out of my sleep. And when you read it, I want you to can you see the comments?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you see this one, I want you to read it, then I want you to just respond. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, my ultimate fear, man, is letting my kids down. Not being there. That's my ultimate fear. My child not respecting the fact that, I'm her dad, even though we in different households, that space, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to me to pour into her every day, every chance I get, I got to pour into her, right? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's very important, man. That's my ultimate fear, that my daughter, wake up one day and say, you're not my dad, you don't even live with me, or something crazy that I see other homies go through, right?
Wow.
I mean,
tough.
Like being in the military, right? Like a lot of us dads, man, kids are elsewhere, right? So I see the trials and tribulations that my comrades go through on a daily basis, right? And a lot of that is, self-inflicted from the child mother who try to make, a dude life hard for nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? And ruin everything until that child gets older and, able to compartmentalize everything, right? And it shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Because, a daughter, especially her father, is what she sees in a man, right? So I hop on my child mother. I don't like using baby mother because that labels them. I give her respect. You know what I'm saying? She's my child mother, right? So I try to express to her like I gotta be her everything. I gotta be her world, right? And it's okay if I'm her world. Don't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Let that relationship develop into that positive bubble that she needs. You know what I'm saying? To do her thing as she get older, as she mature, and as she figure out, hey, I want to date. This is, from dealing with my dad, this is what type of guy I would love to surround myself around. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be clear.
Hey, look at this though. Look at this. Look at your mind talking about.
Yeah, Lord and Family Day was the shit. Yeah, it was. Tony Man ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, I was a regular visitor. You know what I'm saying? I was a regular visitor down that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So, yeah, man, but it's very important, man. To be present, man, in our child's lives, man. Present, man, because like I said, that word mindset is something, bro.
We gonna get to that too. We gonna get to that. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this
one. Also, we had better shows. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think a lot of times, man, like us, man, who we are as men today, right? We don't pour into these youngsters enough, right? And I feel we survived a hell of an era in DC, man. To make it out that era, man, was something amazing. And to make it out that era and still be able to function and be a provider, that's something we got to be able to pull back into these youngsters out here, man. Because we like our era. You can say to us, hey, youngster, don't do that, man. Come on, man, quit acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? Do A, B, C, D. But these youngsters, you literally got to grab them, then you got to show them, right? Talking to them just not good enough. You got to show these youngsters how to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tony, man, you could do it, baby. You know what I'm saying? You could do the military. You'd be surprised, man.
Hey, look. So I'm about to go right there. I'm glad he watching.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about my man, he'll tell you, he like, Slim, I'm gonna be watching. I'm like, I bet. So I know we gonna keep the party going. So this this question, and like I say, here, these questions were questions that I kind of, like I said, I never want this shit to be like scripted and send you questions, and I'd be like, oh, this one I'm gonna ask you. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna come straight off the top and be like, all right, look, this one I'm gonna ask my man and see what his reaction is. So this is the next question based off what Tony Man comment is right now. So look at this and kind of talk to us about that. Like high school basketball, and then it's like, okay, what was the major factor? Like, what was the major factor of just?
I'm gonna give you. It's a beautiful story, right? You know what I'm saying? Funny story, man. I shared with the homies because everybody was wondering why me of all people joined the Air Force, right?
That was I was like, he doing what?
Yeah, that was the big. That was the big. Like,
I said, what the fuck do the Air Force guy? He gonna be flying planes and shit like Tom Cruise?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Like, and Jason Taylor, J-Bo, me and J-Bo went to the same college, right?
I gotta get
J-Bo left. I kept hooping, but you know, I messed the church's money up because I wasn't going to class, right?
Hey, listen, brother. Hey, there's a story about that too, man. You know, I had to make my way out of Ballou, man. It was some obstacles that I had to, you know what I'm saying? Had to finesse, you know what I'm saying?
This was in college though. This is when I'm in college. I'm gonna give you the story on how I end up joining the military. So you know, I end up, you know, I messed the church's money up, man. Messed the money up, man. In college, man, we had a good team. Shout out to my homies from East Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? My dudes from Philly, West Virginia, you know, all them dudes, man. You know, I ended up getting put on academic probation 1 year. Came back, hooped again, then end up getting put on again for a year. So I went home. They sent me home, right? I was like, man, I got home, got back around the farms, got back in that environment, right? And my best boy, man, my homeboy Charles Williams, Hot Dog, you know what I'm saying? He was out here doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. Like, he was really doing his thing. And I was hanging out, man, back in that environment, hanging with, you know, the homies. And Mom Dukes seen that, right? Mom Dukes wasn't having it. So she came home from work one day, and my mom worked for the Navy for like 35 years on a Navy yard.
Okay.
So she came home one day with two pamphlets. One was the Air Force, one was the Navy. She was like, I don't want you to join the Navy because Navy meant soft. So she was like, but you got to make a decision.
That's what Mom said?
Yeah, that's what Mom said. Funny as hell. Right? So I ended up joining the Air Force. Didn't know. I went to a recruiter way out there in, I think it was, goddamn, Fort Meade area somewhere.
Oh, you was out there.
And yeah, I didn't know what I was joining, Kev. Like, I did it because Mom, you know what I'm saying? Mom said, hey, you either do this or you get out the house. So I started pursuing that. So I went and met with a recruiter. Didn't know what I was doing at all, man. Didn't know what the Air Force was. And not to mention Berry Farm right across the street from Air Force Base. That goes to tell you my, and Tony, man, crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I'd put that up.
But yeah, man. So I ended up getting with a recruiter, man, and he took me to Andrews. And I was gonna be, my job was gonna be a crew chief. That's the dude who work on the fighter jets and the planes, but I don't know nothing about no planes. So he ended up taking me to the dorms on Andrews, and it was the medical dorms.
Okay.
And I seen all them girls, man. I was like, good God Almighty.
Oh, so you went home. So your mind wasn't in the right place initially.
Huh?
Your mind wasn't in the right place initially.
No. Mine wasn't in the right place at all. Nope. Mine wasn't. Nah, bro, it's a funny. Hey, look, Kev. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna give it to you.
You was like this. You was like this.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, right. I'm gonna give y'all the real tonight, man. I'm gonna give y'all the straight real. Y'all gonna fall out, but like this young brother was there, right? He was like, "What's up?" He was like, "What's up, bruh?" I was like, what's up? He said, you joining the Air Force? I was like, yeah, I'm trying to join. He was like, what's your job gonna be? He said, I told him a crew chief. He said, oh no, bro, no. He's like, man, you got to be medical. He's like, man, go back, tell your recruiter, pick any medical jobs, anything. So that's what I did. I pissed my recruiter off, right? I went above his supervisor, right? I went to his supervisor and told him, man, look, I want every medical job. Sign me up, see what I get. I end up, the funny thing was, like, right before I left, my best boy, he was like, Slim, I need you, Joe. I need you out here, man. And I was like, bro, I got to try this. So he tried to lure me. He was like, man, here go 15 grand and 15 pounds. Just right there on the table. Was like, here you go. This is all yours. I don't want nothing back. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just stay. He was like, just stay, man. And I was like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was like, man, look, my mother gonna shoot me and you if I don't make this move.
So for me, it's like sometimes people make you feel like you can't say your full story. Like, cause sometimes it don't happen the way it happened for you, nigga. My shit happened way different. Like, I remember, I ain't gonna say their names, but I remember these two dudes that went to Ballou. One of them played football with me. I can't remember if the other one played sports or not, but they was at my house all the time. They would be asking me for stuff, and I hook them up. And, you know, they come in the house, gun on the table. They're like, man, that's how you going? I'm like, yeah, nigga, fuck you mean? And it's like, to this day, to hear that story that you just gave, it's like, damn, but a nigga would be like, oh, this nigga wetting. That shit ain't happening. No, bro. This shit was, and again, the word we talked about earlier was normal. We can't normalize nothing because it was nothing normal about Southeast. It was nothing normal about how we went about shit, how we did shit, how we went on. Like, older niggas saw us and was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with this young nigga. He doing this thing. They knew what time it was. Cause the old niggas ain't get played. We hope the old niggas get played. Do us.
Man, look.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, that's why I fool with you a lot, man, because people don't understand, like, once you put your life into perspective and realize the things you had to persevere through, and you know, you had to really, at some point, you had to compartmentalize all that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? To push yourself forward through that shit, right?
Exactly.
Man, it's like people don't understand that. A nigga ain't willing. You know what I'm saying? It's just through circumstances. If you came outside in Southeast DC and you was outside, like these youngsters say today, if you was outside,
you see how your eyes got big? Outside, nigga, because that shit was a different life. Like,
it was a different.
Seriously. It was like no disrespect to Chicago and all these other hoods, Memphis, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't got. All I'm telling you is, if you came on my side of town, nigga, listen. If you was on a motherfucker, if you was on 295, coming from downtown, and you saw Anacostia High School on your left, right, and if you kept going, and the motherfucking street lights was on. Like coming from downtown, but when you pass Anacostia High School and all the motherfucking street lights is out until you get to South Capitol Street, nigga, it's a problem.
Yeah, it get dark.
Nigga, this is not the area you should be in if you bullshit.
Nah, I tell people all the time, right?
Hey,
right there by the next thing.
Hey, watch this. But I literally was driving home one night. It's like 3 a.m. I'm coming from a club or something, and I'm driving. I'm looking at the lights and shit, and then I pass Anacostia, and because I even turned back, I was like, wait a minute, all the fucking street lights off from here going forward is out. Like, what the fuck is that?
They walk me to the dark side, baby.
Nigga, I hit South Capitol Street at the light, and before I made that right, I was like, man, what the fuck?
Bruh, like when that stadium when you used to cross that bridge.
Exactly.
You was coming over to the dark side.
Nigga, that is, and so I remember one time I was at a bar and I told this lady this story. She bust out laughing, and later on she was like, "Kevin, is that a true story?" I was like, "Every word." What you mean?
Man.
You thought I was joking? I'm dead
Bruh.
serious. We grew up in some real shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, and the
The
funny
fucking
thing
house
about it
lights
is,
was not on. If you went over there, either you knew why you was going over there, or you knew somebody that was over there, and if you didn't,
the crazy thing about it, bro, like
so.
the one thing I think we both have in common that we don't know is that we both had big brothers that was out here stirring the stew pot, right? So, you know, we both got big brothers, man, that, you know, we looked up to, you know, and we emulated, you know what I'm saying, in some sort of manner, right? So
I agree.
it made our transformation with dealing with things a lot easier, man. Because like I try to tell people, man, like not only was we learning at a rate that was unreal, but we had to learn how to deal with death at an early age, right? Losing homies and learning how to deal with that and just everything that comes with, you know, all that crazy stuff, man. It's weird, bro. Like, and for me, it helps me to this day in the military. I think that's why, you know, I hate to say it like this, but my 20-year military life was stress-free because I think I already been through hell, right?
Wait. Let me.
So it's like
I'm listening.
that this military shit, like I gotta shrug my shoulders.
So I asked you about the biggest factor of joining the military, right?
The biggest factor was my mom. That's the only reason I did it.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like I didn't understand the military until I was at least 10 years in the military.
Okay.
I didn't understand it. Like I didn't know how to move. I just like when I say God, man, God guided my footsteps. He drive this car because he put people in my life. My first 10 years of the military, man, that guided me, that you know, youngin, hey, do this, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to do this, you got to do this way, you know what I'm saying? And that helped me on the back end of my career, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like I was blessed, man, to meet like my first supervisor was from Muskogee, Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta Google that.
Yeah, but he had a jury curl at one point, man. He cut that thing off. Like,
wait a minute. What's it called again?
Muskogee.
Where is Muskogee, Oklahoma?
It's in Oklahoma, Muskogee. It's near Tulsa. It's near Tulsa.
I just want to see it.
But he was one of the realest, man. Like, and that's when I began to understand, like, you know, I began to understand the makeup of every inner city in America because I've dealt with dudes from every place you can name. You know what I'm saying?
And you can relate to a lot of this shit. You look at it, nigga, I've been through that shit for real.
Yeah, some dudes be welling. You find out they be welling when you go home with them. They can't go outside.
Can't go outside.
Yeah, they welling like a motherfucker, right? So they come to DC. Look, I said, hey, they end up getting me stationed me in DC. I used to have homies right on the rip. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to have them on the rip.
Hey Slim, I remember I came home. I was a partner of having a cabaret at Brian Manor.
Oh man, you ain't even gonna stop with Brian Manor.
Listen, I brung a nigga home for the weekend. He stayed at my house. He told me, man, I can stay with you. I ain't gotta go home. Yeah, nigga, you can stay with me all weekend, nigga. Come on. He come home. We go to Brian Manor that night. This nigga would never let me forget. We walked in Brian Manor. We got in for free, of course, right? Walk to the table and shit. You know, Brian Manor is, you know, everybody bring your own liquor and shit.
Yeah.
So it's a nigga got a table. Nigga got a layout on the table. I'm like, oh, I bet. I grab a cup. I go in that little cooler, get some ice. This nigga Sean behind me like, yeah, that's they shit. I was like, nigga, I'm a part of the party, nigga. Hey, this is my shit too. What the fuck you talking about? I made us 2 drinks. By the time I made the second cup, the nigga stood up. The nigga like, fuck you doing? I was like, nigga, I'm making us some cups. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Nigga, that's my shit. I was like, nigga, ain't you in our party? This our party, nigga. You want to leave? Nah, cuz, go ahead. You got it. Yeah, fuck you talking about? My man Sean was like, nigga, you crazy.
Man, bro. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Man,
You know?
what? Fuck you talking about?
It's a beautiful thing.
So, like you said, Slim, it's like again, I don't throw away none of the shit that other areas resemble. Yeah. Like I don't take nothing away from them, but our shit, this is unique. This 3 stars, 2 bars, nigga. This shit was real, Slim.
Yeah, man. Like, and you got to understand it, bro. Like the jokers in the 80s and the 90s, them jokers, man, they really rep DC to a core, man, when they're out of town, because I go to homies, I can go to Memphis, I can go to Houston, right? And they hear I'm from DC, and some of the dudes I'm with, I'm in the meat of the hoods, and they big homies be like, yeah, Slim, I met some real dudes from DC, man. Y'all, yeah, man, I like the way y'all move, man. And a lot of dudes, like when I used to go to their hometown, I know how to act when I'm in another joker space, right? And that's all. And that's all. A lot of times jokers really want to see.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm just here though. I'm just here.
Like they want their respect too.
Absolutely. You get that? This your hood. Yeah. This your area, nigga. You got that.
Yeah. Show me what's up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
But I got this imaginary line.
Yeah.
And if you cross it,
yeah, man. Like DC dudes get love, man. Like we get love. I came from, man. They show us love, especially in the South.
Nigga told me down here. He was like, man, I saw y'all on YouTube in the feds. I said, yeah, there's a lot of us in the feds.
Yeah, they put that work in them feds, man. I can't lie. Them jokers on some
look, man. We can't do that. We gonna get to that shit. We gonna keep going, man. We gonna keep going, man.
But it's a misconception.
So cause I know, like, even when you left high school, like I left high school, you had a lot of people, giving you direction. You should do this, or you should try this, or you should try that, or you should do this. Like at that time, being a police officer to this day still to me is crazy, because we both know a couple police officers that graduated with us, and they still the same nigga.
Yeah,
they still on the force, ain't never had no issues. So we all, at the end of the day, could have been police officers and made a bigger change, because it would have been more of us. But the misconceptions were, you don't want to be no fed, you don't want to be there. So what were some of the misconceptions that you saw or that you heard about, being in the military? Because this question is going to go prior to a question later on that you spoke about earlier about a conversation and some of the things that you learned about being in the military. So what were some of the misconceptions that we got that deterred us from fighting to become, to be in the military?
One of the big ones is a black man can't be successful. The military is not for black men. That's the big one, right? Like, you're not gonna get a fair chance. Black men are always overlooked and things of that nature. And it's the same, like, right? Prime example, like, and it's true, right? And the only reason I say this, I'm gonna break it down to you like this. If you and this is why I'm like, we got to know our history, Kev. Like, it's very important that we know our history. Like, and I'm going to share a quick story. Like, say, for instance, the Emancipation Proclamation supposed to free the slaves, right? That was just a strategic military move, right? To free the slaves. You freed 200,000 black men because the Confederate Army was whooping our ass. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until we got, free to fight that the Civil War changed. So the Emancipation Proclamation really wasn't what it was. It just was a strategic military move to get more people, to get us to fight. We dress that shit up very well. You know what I'm saying? Like, free slaves. No, goddamn, you got 200,000 angry black men ready to get busy. You know what I'm saying?
Ready to get busy.
Motherfucking freed. You know what I'm saying? How was we freed when all the slaves weren't freed from Maryland, Delaware to Virginia?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man. And then when you join, right, they stories, like all the stories are like based on white heroes, right? And I say that because if you walk in a building and I get on, like, the Air Force is great right now. They're trying to do the diversity and inclusion thing, trying to make things even keel as best as they can. And one of the things is you can't walk in a building and all you see on the wall is white heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got black men who put in work. I didn't hear about the Tuskegee Airmen until I joined the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear about all the great, you know what I'm saying, Air Force black men until I was in the Air Force and I had to Google it. That information is not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of BS that come with that. That's why they try to deter us from joining, because we were dominated. Like, anything we do, you know what I'm saying, we are the best at it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's some, don't get me wrong. It's some dope white people. It's some dope Mexicans. It's some dope Filipinos. It's some dope Dominicans, Puerto Ricans that has wore this Air Force uniform. But when it comes to us, we elevate this thing. We make this thing cool. You know what I'm saying? We make, yes. And the only reason I say that is because I'm gonna share this nugget. Like, we are the seasoning for the world. Without our culture, this world would be bland in a motherfucker.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
Be bland. Like, this shit would be bland without our seasoning. We give this world the seasoning. We just right now, we just don't know how. Oh, I ain't gonna say we don't know how, but we don't level. We don't level up and focus enough to capitalize economically.
If you think about it, we don't, because if we did and we knew what the impact would be, we would be focused on some other shit.
We do,
so we really don't.
Yeah, we
not enough of us anyway.
Not enough of us. That's it. Not enough
of us. Yeah.
Because only reason I see that is our culture, the way we do things, run the world. I've been around the world, so I can say that.
Wait. Don't stop. What? Talk to this though. Talk to that right there though. You need to talk to that.
The biggest takeaway I got was never change who you are to get promoted or to get ahead. Always remember where you come from and don't be ashamed. Be unapologetic of who you are and where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Because it's individuals like us who make a difference in the world, who change the world. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this uniform or, that good old boys network change who you are to you become a people pleaser of them. You know what I'm saying? Big up, uplift your people, your youngsters, man, and encourage more individuals. My job is to encourage more young black youngsters to, hey, man, that misconception is wrong, man. Join that military, man. You know what I'm saying? Join that military, get away. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Be that police officer. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking 12 your op. You be that op then. If you be the difference. You know what I'm saying? Learn to be that leader. Don't be afraid to be that leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, what we don't know, we can't change. And a lot of times we don't know what's on the other side. Like, a lot of my homies be like, Slim, you made this military thing look so good that I wish I would have joined.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I didn't know what I was walking into. You know what I'm saying? But my message that they gave me is highly encourage your young brothers and sisters to join. Have them join, because we have more right to this than a lot of other cultures do. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, we earned that right. Because without us, we wouldn't have won the Civil War. We wouldn't have won World War I or II without the Tuskegee Airmen. Like it's things like that. We deserve our flowers, but our shit is minimized. Right. It's minimized and it's buried because they got to give this, this energy, like, only white guys are pilots and they the ones saved the day, or, this white team of this, they saved the day, no, that's not the case. That's not always the case. Not to take away from individuals who have put that work in, but we put that work in too. You know what I'm saying? And my job, from here until I retire is to bring that to life because it's a story, right? We had a 4-star general, bro, that graduated from Anacostia High School, chief of staff of the Air Force, 4-star vice chief of staff. That's the second highest rank you can get in the Air Force. He was the second in command. Black dude, graduated from Anacostia High School, bro. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck we don't know about him? 4-star general, pure boss.
4-star general.
Pure boss. Made me take my headphones off in the sauna and made me talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
Made you talk to him.
Man, take them headphones off and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stories like that we don't hear about back in the community, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's straight from the South Side. Straight from the South Side. 4-star general.
He an OG.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it is the pure boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them the stories we don't hear about, bro. Like, it don't make it back. It doesn't trickle down because they try to cover that up. Right. They don't want, us to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Or it's crazy as it sounds, it's the truth.
No, yeah, it is. I got a question for you though. What you think about this? So, because I mean, a lot of people say where they grew up prepared them for where they are today, and I wouldn't disagree with that at all. But how did it impact you though, being in the military?
Man, I was way mentally advanced and mentally tough than my comrades. Way easily. It was hands down. You know what I'm saying? Way mentally tough. Like, it prepared me for shit of the grind of working 16, 17 hours, man. Like, just getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was different. I was always different. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way shit registered with me than a cat from Idaho was totally different. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was
no disrespect to Idaho, but Southside, baby, Southside.
No, it's just I was way more advanced than my comrades. I was a lot tougher. You know what I'm saying? I can handle shit that they couldn't handle. That, a lot of times these kids sign up to join the military. They don't be knowing what they signing up for. You know what I'm saying? But you're adulting on the stage that's unreal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask, to do so much stuff. I think the screen froze.
No, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you asked to do so much stuff, you know what I'm saying, real stuff at 19, 20 years old, man. They don't be ready for that, bro.
Right.
It just don't. So the East prepared me well for the military. Like, it made me a leader, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up in the East, you got to be a leader.
For sure.
That's all we make is leaders, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So you got to be a leader, man, and it made leading people easy. It made understanding when people were going through trials and tribulations, the ability to motivate their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have. We have the ability to motivate people due to the circumstances of life that we endured. We done been through already. We able to encourage and motivate individuals to push through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Easily, without no hesitation. It's not made up. It's not phony. You know what I'm saying? And the number one thing, courage, heart. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have that.
You know what I'm saying?
Had to have that. If you ain't had that,
the number one thing was heart, bro. Like, you gotta have the heart to deal with this shit. To lace them hoes up every morning, it takes a special motherfucker, bro. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have the heart to deal with it, because people gonna come for you because they don't like the energy you got. Like, people didn't like me because of my energy, the way I act. Like, they thought I was cocky because I walk with my head up and my chest out. You know what I'm saying? I walk like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, And I told people all the time, I was like, it was like, why you walk like that? And I was like, what you mean, walk like what?
Like what? What you talking about?
So I walk with pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck. I'm gonna walk with my head down, and you know, no, I'm walking. I walking. Look. One of my commanders told me, they was like, "Do you know when you walk in a room, you literally take the room over just by the way you walk up in there?" And I was like, "No, I ain't know that." You know what I'm saying? So,
I know now.
I know now. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah,
I walk head up, shoulders back. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Slim? Hey, shit.
Yeah.
What we do?
Like that has never changed about me. Like pure confidence, pure heart to talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are, what your rank is. I'm not afraid to approach you. You know what I'm saying?
I got something for you though. I got something for you. What are some of the? So we talked about this, and we got misconceptions. We got people, hoodwinking us. No, don't go to the military. Don't be a police officer. Don't do this. If somebody's listening, and they may have a son, they may have a daughter, they may have a nephew, they may have a cousin, and they thinking about the military, but it's like, should I really do this? What are some main benefits that impacted you long term for being in the military?
Relationships, bro. Like I've built some amazing relationships, man. It's not a place in America that I can't call a joker, and they say come through, you good, come through. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I've built some amazing relationships over these last 20 years, man. And that's what it's truly about, man. Get out that box, get out that comfort zone of life, right?
Right.
Challenge yourself. You dig? Like learn to challenge yourself in certain aspects. Like if you interested in joining the military, I advise you to challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not sweet. Every day is not a beautiful day. I'd be a lying motherfucker if I sit here and say every day for Chris Pearson is beautiful. But life is a rhythm, right? I say life is a rhythm because some days you getting busy. Your energy level, you grooving like a motherfucker. Some days you just gotta give a 2-step just to get back.
Exactly.
Yeah? And once you understand it, once you mature into that aspect of life, man, it's beautiful. Like, man, just relationships, just the access to knowledge that can help you, that helps you benefit you once you get out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Out the military. Just the experience, man, the ability, like speaking from an Air Force aspect, just the education, gaining the knowledge, you being a professional on the highest level of professionalism, right? So you know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit as far as once you hang up that uniform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the biggest, like I said, the biggest thing, man, that impacted me, man, was the growth and the opportunity to show my community that, hey, there's life on the other side of this, man. You know what I'm saying? To be that example of, man, hey, man, look at me. I'm a prime example of if you take that step, you know what I'm saying? This is where you can be, man. This can be your life. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, take that first step. A lot of youngsters want to join the military, but they so afraid because they think I'm going to war. We don't go to war like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, only if you want to fight, you join the Marines. Let me break this down. If you want to fight, join the Marines. If you want to get busy, join the Marines, because that's all they do 24/7.
Get busy.
They get busy. They ain't worried about nothing else but getting busy.
Hey, listen, I worked for an ex-Marine. His name was Trevor, and he was my supervisor, and he started understanding that I was pretty much supervising everything. My supervisor was just getting information from me and was giving it to him, and then he was like, "Wait, who the fuck, Kevin? Is this your handwriting? Yeah, this all you did? Yeah." And once we kind of got on a certain level, he started asking me where I was from, you know, all this other shit. And he was just like, you from Washington, D.C.? I was like, no. He said, where you from? I'm from Southeast. He was like, what's that? I said, it's in Washington, D.C., but I'm not from Washington, D.C. I'm from Southeast. Southeast had his own little island and shit. So when motherfuckers ask me that shit, I say that first. They be like, you from D.C.? I be like, nah. Even though I got this D.C. hat on, you from D.C.? Nah, I'm from Southeast. They like, what the fuck is that? So his attitude was just that. And he told me some stories about him because he ended up, when he left the Marines, he went straight to the DEA. He told me about stories about him and his boys on different, you know, warrants and shit. And I was like, damn, Trevor used to do that? He said, man, any gun I can shoot it. Let me tell you. And so the respect level never changed because he could see my work ethic and how I got down. And so he never looked at me no different, even though we had two different skin tones, but he never like, he always looked at me like, damn, this motherfucker on this shit. He worked. Bro, I got a lot of respect for this motherfucker.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of relationships, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how many relationships I done built with dudes, you know what I'm saying, who never had an interaction with black dudes, let alone a dude from where we from, right? So, like I said, man, all that stuff, man, is the beautiful thing about life, the beautiful thing about getting out their comfort zone and building those type of relationships, man. Like I got crazy relationships with crazy Marines and Army dudes. And
who is he saying that to?
Who? Tony Man preaching right now. You are the author and co-creator of your life. You are, man. Hey, man, them true words.
That's
you know
it.
You gotta write your story. You know what I'm saying? You are in control of that mindset thing. You right, Tony, man. You know what I'm saying?
He on his shit tonight.
Yeah, man. But it's man, bro. It's like, yeah, it's hey, anybody, son, daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, friend of the family, interested in joining the military, I highly encourage you to send them that direction, man, because it's life changing. It's life changing if you look at it correctly. If you don't go on there faking, you know what I'm saying? You can't, like, I ran into so many guys who waited till they joined the military to say, I'm the dopest vice lord, I'm the dopest blood, I'm a crip, I'm all this and that. I'm like, you know, I'm turned off by that. I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Why you flagging in this? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be flagging in this. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time to get busy, none of that shit
we all gonna get busy together.
None of that shit matter. You might come
because you from where, nigga? All right, well, grab this AR-15 and go that way.
You might come from that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of dudes, you know, I ran into a lot of that, man. Like a lot of dudes that join the military and start these little blood gangs and internally in the military, start these little gangs, bro. Yeah, man. And you know, it was all bad business, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Was that how deep is the impact of colored people in the military? And if our history is so rich, why don't we hear more about? Because nobody wants to tell a story. We get little shit like Tuskegee Airmen. We get little things like that. But a lot of times, nobody really wants to jump into that. Some people just don't want to cross that line and offend people, right?
Right.
But I'm here to offend people. I don't care. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to offend it because it needs to be told. Because right now, like in inner city America, we have a misconception of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we shouldn't be, you know, we shouldn't be confused about. And our history and our contributions to this country is one of them, right? We should be totally unapologetic. Like, even from Juneteenth, there should be a day that we are able to celebrate us and love on us, period. Like, be unapologetic about that. I'm so mad at that. We done lost how to party with each other. We done lost that. Now we base it on going to a club, standing on the couch, buying bottles. What do you think that? Look. What pisses me off is I go in these white clubs. They doing the shit we was doing. They partying. They freak dancing. They got it from us.
Hey, you should see your eyes. You like, nigga, they stealing our shit.
They got it from us. They ain't buying tables and standing on couches and
They getting it in.
everybody saying they locking.
Getting it in.
Hey, bruh. They locking us.
Man.
We all standing around too cool.
Too
with a
cool to
bunch of-
dance. Too cool to
Yeah.
get our shoes dirty.
Yes. And
Fuck
when
that.
yeah, and then the thing about it, then we want to kill, we want to shoot.
Yeah, that's that to
know
me,
what's
that'd
that?
be the ultimate bullshit. Like, come on, dog. Like, it's
Right.
it's a time and a place for everything, man. I had a moment where I shared something that happened to me. I went to a party one night, and there was a nigga in the party. It was a house party, and the nigga just kept like, talking about how he was a killer.
Yeah.
And it threw me off. It was blowing me. And so I remember turning to the nigga and was like, nigga, shut the fuck up. He was like, what? I was like, niggas that kill niggas don't talk about killing, man. Shut up, man. You don't know what the fuck you. I said, first of all, you don't even know what the fuck you doing. I said, because if you was with these niggas that you so-called killed, it's other niggas in here listening to you. And when you leave, you gonna wish you never said that shit. Like, shut up. And so when I look at these new rappers, and I've been diving into this drill music shit, I'm like, this shit
It's the most
stupid
ignorant shit ever.
Man.
The most ignorant shit ever, bro. Like,
I mean, I didn't even realize that drill music was a real thing until I started like looking at the effects of it in DC, because it was a lot of youngers in DC and in certain areas, Northeast, that was doing it heavy. And I'm like, we've never been the type of people that just did shit just to do shit.
Never been a copycat city.
What the fuck? We don't do that shit. So that's why it threw me off. Because I'm like, if like I remember back in the day, nigga, I used to see videos or been in some videos that if you from a different area and you come talking that bullshit, we deal with you accordingly. And that was based on interaction and conversation. These niggas is going to niggas' grave sites, videoing the shit, stomping on their shit. Fuck this nigga. I'm like, what do you do that at? Like that?
Right. Like, hey Slim, like it's the most dumbest shit ever, right? Like, it's the most stupid. Then they get mad when the feds come.
But it's other rappers that's way bigger than them that's promoting this shit. Like what? What? And for real, not to put no names out there, but nigga, that ain't even your real life right now because you making millions of dollars. So why is you promoting these young niggas to do this sick shit and you not doing it? Like,
and that's the thing that bothers me so much, kid. Right? That's the thing that bothers me so much, right? Like, if you look at, and that's how I know these jokers ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm real, I'm this, I'm real, I'm da-da-da-da-da. Man, look here, man. We went through an era in our culture, man, from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s where we were broken, literally broken, foundations ripped from under us, right? And all these so-called real dudes, gangsters, and all this, like, and they still, like you said, they still putting the battery in these youngsters' back, and they not even coming close to leading that life. You know what I'm saying? They talk about smacking a dude here and there, or I stay strapped. Man, we so
nigga was talking to a younger one day. He was like, yeah, 30 years ago. I said, nigga, did you just hear what the fuck you said 30 years ago? Why the fuck would this little nigga go and do what you just asked him to do from a beef you had from 30 years ago? Stop it, man.
Yeah, like these youngins, man. These youngsters, man.
Call me what you want. Stop. That shit sound dumb. This young nigga about to go around the corner and do some shit to manifest what? Some shit that happened to you when you was 17? Nigga, stop.
That's all it is. These youngsters, man, they don't digest what they totally done until they have to sit the fuck down.
And until that motherfucking hammer in their face, don't move.
Yeah.
Don't move.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's and that's the shit I'm talking about, man. Like, until
5 minutes, nigga. it can take 5 minutes for you to make a decision that would change the rest of your fucking life. 5 minutes, nigga. Not 30 minutes, not an hour, not 15 minutes. 5 fucking minutes can turn into 10, 20, 30 motherfucking years, man.
Look here,
5 minutes.
Let me tell you something, Kev, right? And the crazy shit about it, I know you can relate, right? Like, we both got homies that ain't never coming home, right? You know what I'm saying? And the funny shit about it is, it's not even funny, right? When I talk to these dudes, right? Because they all, like, the one thing I can say about growing up in the farms is, like, you know, I had access to whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just was just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't never take advantage of that because I didn't like what drugs done to my father. So I was never turned on to drugs at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel they destroyed my father. So I never liked that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
and you got to pass because you was hooping anyway. So
you know what I'm saying? And then the OGs, I had some good motherfucking OGs, man. I had some good ones, bro. I mean, I had some goddamn good ones, you know, who would put a foot in my ass if I decided to go that way. Like, it wasn't happening for me. You know what I'm saying? And that was known at an early age for me that, yeah, your men, let them go and fuck on and make the moves. You don't see what they do.
Yeah, not
like,
you.
Nah, you go to fuck on in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man, but man, it's one of those things, bro. Like, I just don't get how we cannot elevate from that shit, Kev. Like, that shit ain't getting us nowhere.
It's an identity crisis.
Like, the shit is just
people don't know who they are.
Yeah, not at all. And the thing about it is, like, it's like, why? It's just a continuing cycle. Like, I got a homie who got 80. You know what I'm saying? Probably never coming home again. You know what I'm saying? He lived with regrets every day. You know what I'm saying? He lived with the regret of how he lived his life every day. They're drug addicts. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. They're drug addicts. I
figured I would put that up there. I thought that shit was funny. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? They drug addict rappers, bro. That's it. All they do is sit around and smoke all day, pop pills all day, do stupid shit. You look at Young Thug and them, how the feds got them on RICO. And they talk about this.
I just found out who this dude was, Charles. What's his name? Charles something. What's the dude name? What's the dude name that's talking to all of the rappers and be
the dude from Texas? Be going on them jokers?
Charles something.
I know what you talking about.
He be going in. I'll be like,
they gonna bust him in the head with a brick.
Yo, he be telling all they business, Slim. I'll be like, boy.
Damn, you listen to Hassan Campbell?
Yes.
Yeah, they hate Hassan too, because Hassan be telling Jim Jones about himself, Mano about himself. But he's a hypocrite too, but he tell them about themselves.
I mean, so again, for me, it's like being hypocritical is his own.
Yeah, his own.
It's his own thing, because I really can't be a hypocrite because I've done some of the shit that you. I mean, you can only understand why somebody had to do what the fuck they did. Like for me, in certain situations, it was either it's gonna be me or him.
Yeah.
And in my mind, it ain't gonna be me. So I apologize. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, not saying that I'm trying to gratify violence, but goddamn, sometimes,
bro, be totally unapologetic about your story.
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, like what the fuck? Like I feel how I feel about certain people, but I don't think I could do it exactly the way he do. I mean, he on the phone with the police talking about and this dude name and he threatened me. I'm like, this nigga on the phone talking to the police. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Like
oh my god,
bro. We need really like just blow all this shit up, man, and start over, man. Because
hold on, not blow it up. So I did want to ask you this, because you touched on this a little bit. You did touch on this a little bit, and I know that we had Father's Day and we had this, and a lot of people. This is just a tidbit for people to understand what Juneteenth is and where it came from, right? And so, one of the questions that I had after you read this, because this is not a question, it's just a statement of letting everybody know what Juneteenth is, why we celebrate it. It is now in its second year of being a federally recognized holiday outside of Martin Luther King Day. They say that Martin Luther King Day was the most recent day that they've allowed to be a federal holiday. I was like, wait, Martin Luther King? Like, God, that's we waited from Martin Luther King to now? Jesus.
Let me tell you something, man.
It just sunk in for me, like the day and the time that we live in. Like, what?
Yeah, I'm about to cut my patio light on real quick. Then I'm gonna drop a joint on you real quick.
Go ahead. You gotta be able to see, man. I don't want you to be out there can't see. You in Mississippi, got them big ass mosquitoes.
I'm not even mosquitoes, they dog mosquitoes.
Oh my God. Dog mosquitoes. Jesus Christ. That is a lot, man. Oh man, let me see.
I had to get my patio fenced in, man, so I can sit out here.
Damn.
Barricaded in, man. Damn mosquitoes ain't gonna kill me. But,
look. So we did the Juneteenth, but look what Tony Man say. This is what Tony Man say. And it's facts. It's facts.
That's true. That's where they go wrong at, right? Because like I said, if you're going to talk to them youngsters, you got to show them today's youngsters. You got to show them how to get to it. You just can't be like, young, let me tell you, They not going to listen. That shit don't register with them.
Unless they relate, unless you was locked up with their Uncle Ray or out in battle, you know what I'm saying?
Like, if you grab a bunch of these youngsters, right? If you grab a bunch of these youngsters and bring them in, show them how to get money. Show them how to, if you do this, like me, I look at the Wall Street Trapper, the Master Investor, Earn Your Leisure, cats that, spit fire, you know what I'm saying, and show me how to get to it. You know what I'm saying? The fucking what's my man name? What's my man? Irk Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like these dudes show me how to get straight to it, man. I look at my biggest thing is I'm a people's watcher, right? Like, you ain't gotta personally tell me anything, but I'm gonna see how you mixed your cement to get where you was at, and I'm gonna go get that bucket. And that cement ain't hard because you showed me how to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna elevate. That's why I was like, let me try to reach out to somebody similar with the similar mindset as mine. That's why I hit you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that cement is not dry on how Jay-Z got the way he at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That cement is not dry how other individuals, Tyler Perry's, how they got where they got. That cement hasn't dried in that bucket yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what it takes is, and what we don't see, is it takes a group of men to collectively put these together and go to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if these youngsters, they quick with this, that internet, that social media, show them how to build.
Right.
Show them how to do web security. You know what I'm saying? Show them how to do different things, and then you'll get them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you just talking to them, they don't respect that. They just don't. You got to literally sit them down.
And if you ain't doing half the shit you talking about, they definitely ain't listening.
Like, you gotta really intrigue them with conversation. Like, it can't be youngers. You gotta put them guns down.
But that's the key. But that's the key. You gotta be able to, again, a word that you used earlier when we first started, relationship. You gotta be able to build a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. Because the only way they get to learn about where you come from is for you to even be comfortable enough with them to tell them where you came from. And then when you open up to them, then they like, oh, damn, for real, you used to do that? Or you did that? And I'm like, yeah, right now, yeah, you going. And I can show you how to go from here to here easy, but you
Let me
gotta be willing to.
Let me tell you how crazy my grind is, right? Let me tell you how crazy my grind is. That's been for the last 20 years in this uniform. Like, I think at my 10-year mark, right? Maybe my 8-year mark, I was in Germany. And I'm gonna answer that question soon. I hit you with this one. Like, I think it was my 8-year mark, I got stationed at Bowling because my mom was sick, right? So she finally told me get orders to come home. So I got orders to come home. You know what I'm saying? I was partying like a motherfucker once I got to DC. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Fred Primes because he was getting me in every club free. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Fred had me looking like a boy. Fred had me looking like boy looking good out here.
Oh man.
So but a lot of people don't know, like I got locked up during that time, right? Was over DC jail. Right?
Or DC jail.
Look, I'm gonna share the story with you. You remember the sir, all hands on deck shit?
Yeah.
I got caught in that shit around the farms. Right? Because I was out here wilding, man. I was like, my mom passed. I was out here wilding. That was the one person that kept me on track for everything. So when she passed, I was wilding. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking got Random Farms got caught with a big ass 4.5.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? 4.5 had like 30 something rounds in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I get locked up on a Saturday. I go to court that Monday. Like the Air Force don't even know I'm in the joint. First sergeant going crazy because they looking for me. So I go to court, and this how God works, right? The judge was a black woman. I go to court Monday morning. The judge say, Mr. Pearson, how I know you ain't got 100 more guns at home? And she turned her back. She turned her leather chair around and was talking to me with her back turned. You know what I'm saying? And was like, how I know you ain't got 100 more guns at home? I said, oh shit, I'm about to go to jail. I'm about to go over the joint. So she was like, I ain't ready for you yet, Mr. Pearson. I see you tomorrow. So she sent me through the whole process, bro. I went through the whole process. I was intaked. I got the Department of Corrections ID, got the ID. You know what I'm saying? I went through there. And when I went through there, a lot of the homies, once I came through my peoples was a correctional officer. And the homies told them I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Homies started crying when they see me. I was like, what the fuck you doing in here, Joe? You know what I'm saying? So my cousin came and got me and was like, man, I'm gonna put you in here till it's time to go to jail. Go to court in the morning. And it was real. Like I seen the whole process, right? And I think that judge wanted me to see, like, if this is the life you want,
I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm gonna show you what this life look like. And you make a decision.
Yeah.
You make that decision on what you want to do with your life from here on out.
Right.
And man, like I told you, man, I was on house arrest in the Air Force. I had the black box on my ankle.
Damn.
Yeah, I had the black box. I had to go pit service. My first sergeant took me to go pit service Tuesday.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I was on house arrest for like 2.5 months, 3 months.
In the Air Force.
In the Air Force. Yeah, no bullshit. No bullshit. I'm telling you real. I'm telling you real facts, right? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, the big homie came and snatched me up one day. Once I got out, you know what I'm saying? The big homie came and snatched me up. And I say Miles, the big homie came and snatched me up. Sat and talked to me, made sure my head was on straight. You know what I'm saying? And I knew my back was against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Because the Air Force was trying to get rid of my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I totally embarrassed their ass.
Hell yeah.
But I had a commander who wasn't with the shits, right? He was like, nah, man. And my commander was battling cancer at the time. So he was talking to me, throwing up in the trash can at the same time. Because he was getting radiation treatment, right?
Wow.
So he respected the fact that I told him the truth about what happened, right?
Right.
He was so happy I didn't try to lie to him about anything. So I was due to re-enlist, Kev, like my enlistment was up. I got locked up at the worst time of my motherfucking career. Like my enlistment is up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, you do the re-enlist, right? And I was like, yeah. And I put my head down. He was like, nah, I'm gonna sign. He said, I'm gonna sign that paper. Give me that paper. He's like, print it off, get it. We not done. He was like, but you go get these. He was like, you go get these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He's like, go get them, Chris. He was like, you got too much potential for this to be your end. Right? And that's what I had to do, Kev. Like at my 10-year mark, that's when I told you I didn't understand the Air Force until then. You know what I'm saying? And like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, once then, man, I had to come back and destroy this shit after that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, after some shit like that, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, we went through that journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, even though I myself had to go do and dig and do some research, but at this point, again, like I just told you, Martin Luther King birthday was the last federal holiday that they gave us, other than Juneteenth. Like we know how many years ago that was.
Yeah, Juneteenth is important to celebrate, bro. Like it's very, very, and I think we don't need to celebrate it like 4th of July because 4th of July ain't our shit. We have nothing. That's some old made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. They can have that shit. We shouldn't want to compare our shit to 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot different. Very, very different. I think I think we gotta unapologetically celebrate that day, bro. Because that day a lot of barriers in the suppressive system was up, taken from over our heads, man. And I think us as Black people, African Americans, man, we really need to start taking that day and really polishing that thing up to make it something beautiful. From Washington, D.C. all the way to L.A. to down to Texas to up to Washington, right?
Right.
Somehow, some way, we got to begin to build those type of relationships, man, where like man, I'm here in Mississippi, right? So I'm trying to build relationships with these cats down here who's thinking like-minded like me so we can build a strong-ass chain because that's what's missing, that strong chain. It's not going to take one person or two people to make the difference that we expect to need to be made. That chain going to be having to build from Miami all the way up to Jersey, on around to motherfucking Kansas City, on down to Houston, you know what I'm saying, back up to New Mexico, through New Mexico. We gonna have to build a real nigga chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to use that term, but that's what it's gonna be.
What it is. Yeah.
Like, we have to build that foundation where a group of serious men get together. You know what I'm saying? And not worry about who gets the credit for doing something.
Let me put this up real quick. This is what T-Man said. Let me put this up.
Most of our generation don't have it either. And getting to them without means is a toll. But that's when people like me, Kev, yourself, Tony, man, come in at.
Yep.
That's what we come in at.
That's facts.
Right? Like, that's that chain I'm talking about, right? We can't be afraid to build. Yeah, buy up some land and create your own communities again. That's true. That's what we come at. But don't nobody know that, Tone. Like, they don't. Like, just think about it now. Now we're starting to look at like stocks and buying gold and buying land. And that wasn't the narrative for us in our era. You know what I'm saying? Now those things are being preached to us. You know what I'm saying? You want to buy that land. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest mistakes I made, you know what I'm saying? And I shared that shit with my wife, is when a colonel called me one day. I was stationed at Bowling, and he was like, Chris, you know about Martin Luther King Avenue? And I was like, yeah, I can tell you about Martin Luther King Avenue. He was like, yeah, because I'm looking at buying 2 properties up there. And I was like, yeah. He was like, how's the area up there? He was like, you not looking at none of this stuff? You not trying to capitalize on none of this. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I just didn't. And he wasn't buying one house, he was buying two. The flip.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? This was his mind. He changed my perspective and the way I look at shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he called me to his office, and this is a white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He called me to his office. He was like, Chris, let me put something on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you that leader, you know what I'm saying? But you have to graduate to this level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like I didn't capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, indirectly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was. I agree.
They do that a lot. We just gotta pay attention.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They do that shit a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't capitalize, and I kick myself every day because that boom. You know what I'm saying? But the funny thing about it, man, I tell you how God works, man. I married a chick, you know what I'm saying, and that's all she want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's where her mind is.
So it was not right now, but I got you later on though.
Yeah, like that's all she about. You know what I'm saying? Like building generational wealth, building. And that's the way our mind frame has to shift. You know what I'm saying? We have to shift this economical shit that we're in to thinking like, hey, it's okay to build generational wealth. But how do we start? You know what I'm saying? Bam. And who the best at that? Tell me who the best at it.
Oh man.
Who the best at them things you just put up there?
Exactly. The motherfuckers that's been putting us down from Jump Street. They've been doing that shit forever.
But the thing is, like a lot of times, bro, we try to wait for the perfect time and everything. We just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like
we talked about that.
Everybody always be like, yeah, everybody always be like, I gotta find a perfect balance. Yeah. You don't get the balance until you get where you at. Right. Until then, man, everything is gonna be rocky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get the balance in your life until you get where you want to get to. That's the balance.
Watch this.
Mindset. That's totally right.
It's crazy.
Bro, like, say for instance, man, like, it's a lot of, I look at shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I know my gift and my purpose is people. Helping people. You know what I'm saying? That's my gift. But my mindset is I don't want to be ordinary. I don't function well when I'm around ordinary thinking motherfuckers, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I believe like it's something bigger. I gotta be around motherfuckers who think they're gonna be a billionaire.
Yeah.
I love that challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like it's don't get me wrong, it's a lot of good ordinary people in the world. Great. Hey, I don't knock you at all.
They play their role. Yeah, they play their role.
Great. But I'm gonna go get that extra word and add it to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be extraordinary, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be extraordinary. I don't want to be ordinary. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. It just don't sit right. You know, just me being regular. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that's the life for me ultimately that the big homie above want me to live. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can I get around? How can I, you know, take my energy and help build with some other men? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right, Tony, man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing ordinary about us. You're right. It's nothing. Because we didn't went through the gauntlet of hell. You know what I'm saying? We didn't went through the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? We know how to survive.
And this is a question that I've been hearing for a while, especially when I did some research on Black Lives Matter and did research on their organization, not the local groups, but like the big org and found out who the 3 women were that was in charge, and just kind of pulling all the strings. Is people ask this question? It's like, what is your answer to that question? Like, what, like
black lives don't matter to black people because we don't know. We was taught to hate each other. So until we change that part, that's why it's critical that we understand our history. Like, we dealing with a crisis of we don't know who we are. That's the issue.
Right.
We don't know that we are cut from kings and queens. We don't know that we done all these great things to make this country what it is today. We put this country on our back, period. You know what I'm saying? We don't know these things. And that's why black lives don't matter to us. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the inner city, because mindset. What is the story of the fleas? You know what I'm saying? The flea got a 36-inch vertical. You put a flea in a mayonnaise jar and you put a top on it. You know what I'm saying? That flea, and you put more fleas in them. They initially start jumping, then they stop. They stop jumping because one flea stopped and the other fleas begin to cover what they see, so they don't try to jump anymore. That's just that mindset. Like, how many homies do we have that we
36-inch vertical? A flea?
Yeah, flea. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, like, if we, you know what I'm saying, covered what we seen growing up around us. We did, but we was blessed enough to get away, to get the opportunity to get away. You know what I'm saying? Get the opportunity to get away, man, and that made our lives a little bit better. But we got a bunch of homies who they wanted that street life. They wanted that reputation. They wanted that. And that's all because that's all they knew. And that's what they seen. They didn't know it was a way out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that, hey, I can go this route and it could change my life. Because all they knew was the block, the rip, to do this, to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of them got killed along the way. And a lot of them got to sit down for the rest of their life.
And I mean, I knew better, but it just felt like felt like the thing to do. Yeah, it just felt
like just imagine if we grew up. Just imagine in Ballou, if we were taught entrepreneurship then, or how to get.
I mean, we like I say, the story about Graf. Like Graf
is a special dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
But you got to understand, in these big, like these private schools uptown, they are taught how to build a business. They are taught how to do this, how to invest.
Right.
They taught at an early age how to do these things.
Right.
We didn't get that shit on the South Side.
That's true.
You know what you invest in? You know what you was investing in? Your next re-up.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the only investment that you was taught.
On some real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I gotta invest this to get to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man, like imagine. I mean, you look at it like the biggest advantage that I had joining the military was I had the opportunity to interact with Italians, Jews, Chinese jokers. You know what I'm saying? To see how they culture, you know what I'm saying, move, to see how they move within each other, right?
Oh shit, Tony man just said something again. Oh shit.
Some of us was really love or really shown how to love. We were taught to survive, not live. Others are taught to live. That's true.
It's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are taught to survive. That's totally true. And that's why I'm leading that with the other cultures, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you said you would go to other countries and see the impact of our culture in their country.
Man, look here, man. Like I told you, the black culture is the seasoning of this earth. Without our culture, this earth is doomed. It's done. You got baked chicken. You got regular baked chicken with no seasoning on it.
That shit terrible.
Terrible, right?
Yeah, that shit terrible.
Our culture puts the flavor. It puts the flavor in every country in this world, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our country is the flavor, is the perfect recipe to make this world turn. We just haven't capitalized off that shit economically because we too busy settling for the tables in the club. Or posting pictures with a money stack up down neck.
Oh Man,
That ain't wealth.
man, that shit.
That's how we trying to show we getting bags. Oh, I got a bag. I got a bag. But
And look, I ain't gonna lie, man. I got this old picture of me, my brother, and my other brother L, and we in a house party, and they got the backdrop, and we got the money on spread out on the ground and shit. I got this motherfucker Mac 11 in my hand, and when you look at the picture, you don't even really see the Mac 11. You just see us. You see the money, and that's just what we was taught.
That's just
one time
it's not
one time I posted the picture. And somebody inboxed me, and they was like, female, of course. And it was like, excuse me, is that a gun in your hand? I was like, yeah. What was you doing with that kind of gun in your hand at that age? I was like, listen, I'm just trying to tell you it is what it is. So if we think about what we already know from, being in that 10 toes in, right? And you trying to sell a product that you can't go online, you can't market the motherfucker. You can't call motherfuckers and give them your address and tell them this is where you got the shit at. You find other ways to make your money, and then you got people under you that you get. I mean, you are really running a business. Yeah. So when you think about it, a lot of the shit that you learn, if you take it the right way, has already prepared you to go the other way. Motherfuckers just get caught in that mindset chamber and they stay this way, but don't ever turn and go the opposite way, because the opposite way opens up to a whole different world. Like you said, being in the military, having different conversations with different people, motherfuckers bringing you knowledge and shit that you ain't never heard before. Same shit with me. I've been in rooms with motherfuckers. I'm just like, why the fuck am I in here again? But I'm in here because I'm soaking up all this motherfucking. No, I ain't supposed to be in here, but I am. So a lot of times, God gives us and puts us in situations, we just gotta recognize that shit.
Yes,
we gotta recognize that shit.
I look at things like, and you put that thing, where do we go from here? It's that we gotta learn to build together, man. The one great thing that I learned from different cultures, from the Chinese, from the Italians, from the Koreans, from anybody, man, is they build together. They literally build together. The Jews, they build together, right? I look at, like, for instance, DC, we got 2,000 clothing lines in DC. 2,000, maybe more. Imagine if men sat down and put their minds together. We'd put Gucci out of business. We'd put them out of business. But it's just a stigma that we don't want to build together.
Yeah,
like,
and it's stupid because we do.
Just think about the South Side. If real dudes from the South Side got together and put together a story, we'd destroy the Wire. Our shit would go down it would go down in history.
You giving me some ideas, bro. I know a couple people, man. You giving me some ideas.
I'm for real, like, this how our minds should be working. Why not tell our story? Why wait till some white dude come in? No knock against white people, because I love them. But why wait till they come in and try to tell us how to tell our story? Right. Why haven't we got together as men? Like, we have so many potential titles that we can, it's there. Like, the information that we need to be successful, to uplift our communities, is there. But are we willing to get together, sit down as men, and make this shit happen? And that's it. Creating Black Wall Street, it's not hard. It's really not. I love the Ghetto Boys. I've been listening to the Ghetto Boys since like 89, right? One of the greatest thing that was said out of any Ghetto Boy CD is Larry Hoover. When Larry Hoover said niggas gotta get together.
Niggas got to get together. I ain't talking about niggas got to get together. Niggas got to get together in the street. Niggas got to get together in the nigga. He just kept going. Niggas got to get together. Yes, sir. Niggas got to get together.
If that ain't ghetto gospel, I don't know what is, bro.
Yeah.
He telling you, and it's a joker who been in for 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years.
He
Yeah,
telling you, like,
yeah.
that's what it's gonna take. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna take some one dude with a platform, you know what I'm saying, that everybody gravitate to. No, it's gonna take dudes to get in the room, share ideas, men respect other men's opinions about certain things, and build.
Right.
That's all. That's all these the Jews do. That's all the Chinese do. You know what I'm saying? Look, I went to Korea. They live 30 deep in the house. We can't live 30 deep in the house because we'll put somebody out because they ain't paying rent. You got to give me something. You got to give me something.
Right. That's that bullshit. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They live 30 deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, bruh, like it's there. The opportunity is there. Like, man, yes, it's no egos with them. It's knowing. Like, yeah, and everybody gotta fuck that code. It's no code. That's it. It's no. We've been tricked by systemic racism that has broken us economically. Wise our thought process, and we accept certain situations, but we don't have.
When we know better, we know.
Yes, the
we
thing
know
is, like,
in real life,
we haven't been given the game. Like, how the fuck, you know. Just imagine if we knew that where a bridge is located in our neighborhoods is purposely put there for a certain reason, for an economical gain. Right. Imagine if we knew these things, a bus system, or where a bus system is aligned in our communities were put there for a reason.
Right.
Like, we don't know these things, right? We just learning these things.
That's true.
We just learning, like, privatized prisons are getting caked up off of us.
Oh man, me and my old lady was in here talking the other day, and I was giving her a base value number of just like a regular prison or how much they get per day. I was like, man, they killing off us. We doing exactly what they need us to do in order to be successful. I was like, CCA is one of the biggest crooks in America because that's what they do. I remember we had an argument on Facebook about Michael Jordan owning prisons, and somebody was like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's another dude named Michael Jordan." I was like, "What?" And then I looked it up, and it was a white dude. His name was Michael Jordan. He was like, had prisons out the ass, but Michael Jordan ended up investing in some prisons. But I was like, we don't know what he doing. Like, we don't know what his angle is. Just like we ain't really know what Jay-Z angle was when he got in the NFL. We ain't 100% know what the angle was, but we still had so much like negative connotation towards, you know, what whatever it was. And I'm like, if we can kill the negative connotation on our communication, we can get so much further. If we focus on what this nigga, that nigga got more, nigga. I told my old lady, I said, if and when, and I say that more now than ever. I said, if and when, and I say more when now, when we get this bread, I'm still gonna be driving the F-150. I'm still gonna be driving a Jeep. It's probably gonna have some big ass tires on it and some other shit, but I'm not gonna be buying Maseratis and Ferraris and Lamborghini. I'm not gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be doing some Joe Basic shit. But I'm gonna be having land. I'm gonna be having warehouses. I'm gonna be having all types of shit. Niggas gonna be like, "Kev, what you doing?" Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Yeah. I'm driving no Range Rover for what?
I'll give you one better. When I retire, I'm buying me a motherfucking Scooby-Doo van.
Hey, fuck it.
I'll give you one better.
I mean, I just feel like at this point, like you say, the way we've elevated, the way we got to a point where our mindset has shifted, I just don't see the point. I know there's a tax write-off for Range Rovers if you buy it with a business, F-150, all that. But I just feel like at the end of the day, I just want to be Joe Basic with a lot of money. I watch some of these white people and they not doing what everybody else doing. I ran into a dude the other day, maybe like a month ago. This dude was on a fucking bike. And this motherfucker was a multi-millionaire riding a bike. I was like, "Do you own a car?" He was like, "For what? I could just Uber if I need to go somewhere." I was like, what? He said, I don't got no car. I don't even have a big house. I live in a condo. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, basically, whenever you pay for pay-per-view, I get a penny. What? He was like, yeah, so if you order pay-per-view, thank you. I was like, and you drive a bike? He was like, yeah, I just ride my bike or I walk.
Yeah, that's true, Bill.
This nigga got more money than I probably ever seen, and this nigga said he just ride a bike. I was like, that's a different way of thinking, Joe.
Yeah, and man, I was blessed because that's the way my old lady think. Like, she very particular on where our money go. You know what I'm saying? Like, she monitors that shit like it's fucking, man. You know, Tony, man, crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, that's the way you gotta be though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
Right.
crazy. So in a nutshell, like what would be your final thought in regards to us just kind of like getting to a place where we all on one accord? Like what would be like a final thought? I'm just trying to figure out like what would you tell somebody that was looking into like being, being a partner, or like you say, like somebody come to you and say, hey, you looking at these houses and so, like what would you give somebody to kind of get them to think about shit differently?
Dream big, man. Dream big. Are we dreaming big, or we just dreaming for the moment, or just, or are we just does it just feel good to think about good shit? Right? Because I feel the nucleus is there. Do we as men have the grit, you know what I'm saying, to sit down amongst each other and create something? You know what I'm saying? There's so much potential in the world, man, right now, man, for us. Like, look, I look at myself, I look at you, I look at Tony, man, I look at Smith. You know what I'm saying? I look at Cool Papa. I look at a whole crew of jokers that we know.
Yeah.
If we sat down, man, the sky's the limit.
I agree with that.
The sky's the limit, man.
I agree with that. And after this, that might just happen because I agree with that. Because we all got our own specialized skill and talent in certain things. We bring them together. We agree on shit. We get a treasurer. We get a secretary. We let the trust run everything. It'd be something crazy. It'd be something. It'd be crazy good though.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy good though.
Yeah, and Bill.
We would have so much support, son. We would have so much support, nigga. We got so many resources and people that know us, man. We would have so much support.
We haven't capitalized off that. And they asked the one thing the youngsters need to see. They need to see us. That's who is missing. Us. You know what I'm saying? The jokers who have went through the trials and tribulations and know how to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just takes people getting together. Like my man Larry Hoover say, niggas got to get together.
Niggas got to get together all over this nation. Not just regular niggas, but niggas got to get together. I listen to that. Hey, listen, I listen to that shit all the time because he's serious. He is serious.
But he telling the truth, man.
He telling the damn truth, yeah. Like, even the numbers that he give for the amount of us that's locked up, those numbers have skyrocketed. Like we are fucking in jail. And man, and I remember watching this documentary about being in jail and not being able to afford to get out of jail, meaning that you don't have enough money to get your bail, you don't have enough money to get a lawyer, like you just in jail because you can't afford to get out of jail. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bruh.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, bruh. Like, that's the move, bruh. like I feel like we should all be able to have Zoom video chats just to see where jokers are at with certain shit or what's on jokers' minds.
That's easy, man. We can set that up. We can set that up when we get over here. That's easy.
Yeah, like
they just like they trying to set up the 25-year reunion. I was like, with the right people in the room, that's easy.
yeah,
That's easy. That's
like,
easy money.
like
Yeah, that's easy money.
why not, man? Like I think we have an opportunity to revive the culture of DC alone, like, and do it the right way, man. It's like the opportunity. All I keep saying is the opportunity and mindset. You know, right? Like, I'm not trying to dream of just some little shit. I want to dream big, man. Like,
Right.
fuck all
Do
that other.
do something memorable. Make motherfuckers remember that we did that shit.
Yeah, when you pass on and go up to chill with the big homie, you know what I'm saying? You leave your kids something to be like, my dad was responsible for this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't we dream like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, listen, I'm glad to have you on, Slim. Like, I'm glad we was able to do it, even though we was on 2 different time zones. I ain't even know that shit. You was like, nah, I thought you meant 7 o'clock my time. I was like,
yeah.
What? We on different times? Like, what the fuck?
You know, I'm in hot ass Mississippi.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I ain't even know that shit. But I mean, I'm glad you was able to come on, Slim. I mean, I'm pretty sure after this, we gonna keep rapping, you know, the way we was rapping before we came on here. Cause like I said, it's easy, man. It's simple. All we gotta do is come up with the content and we could just put it out there. It's
man, like this platform can easily grow, man. Like, until we start entertaining the fact that, like, yes, in our culture we deal with trauma differently, and we got to learn how to, you know, deal with traumatic events that have occurred in our life, because the way we've been handling shit ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, mental health is a huge platform in our community that needs to be talked about more. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, Tony, man, crazy. That won't be televised. Know them sneakers you wore, goddamn it.
I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't know what he's doing, so I'm afraid to let him in because I don't know if he drinking. He come in here, everybody turn the show left.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, man. He made some great points, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But but again, though, man, I just appreciate, man, us like just getting together, because a lot of times, like I say, when you talk to somebody, is you trying to gather information and see how they are, and see how they was raised. And with us, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
it ain't no secret recipe in the sauce.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just it, like you say, the concrete ain't dry yet. We still just mixing. Yeah.
We all
I love that shit right there. I'm gonna be using that. Yeah.
Like, man, we all done been through the homie that's a stash raper. We all done been through the homie that tricked and one of the homie's mothers, and the homie want to kill him. You know, so we all had to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, everybody, and that's not just for DC. That's just throughout.
Anyway, yeah.
You know, same shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to flush that shit.
Hey, look.
You sure did knock that jumper down. You sure motherfucker did. Ain't bend your knees either, straight legged ass. I know shoot straight.
Straight up in the head.
Don't bend his knees at all.
Hey man. Hey listen, Slim. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Enjoy the rest of that Italian shit. Please get me hip sooner than later.
I got you, bro.
I think me and the old lady would love to sample that shit right there, man. And listen, and we going to DC this week coming, right? And then, we'll be back, and we got a couple other places that we need to move
when
around.
You in DC?
I'm gonna be there next week. Well, this week coming towards the end of the week until like Monday, like Thursday to Monday.
I get that Thursday night.
All right, well, I'll be there Thursday to Monday.
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday to Saturday.
I got my number. You already know what time that is. Yeah. And then I talk to Marcus. Marcus say Smith might bring the boat out Friday, so we gonna see. Yeah, it might be a whole situation.
Yeah, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you coming through, man. I think that these will be more conversations that we'll have later on. But what I was gonna say was, me and Wifey gonna try to figure out a time, and we gonna come down to Mississippi and see if the mosquitoes different than down here.
Yeah, man. Y'all, you got a place to stay. You come down here, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about nothing. You can come down and sip, man.
I'm already here
on this hot motherfucker here.
I'm already here.
Don't wear no good lotion. I tell you that much.
Nah. We already here. Being in this heat, we already know what to do, man. We being in this heat, we already know what to do.
Yeah, man. I dig it, man.
So listen, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Again, I'm glad you came on here. Appreciate you, man. And
just remember, man. What is it? Kebab? What is that word? Kaboot 2 and 2. What is that word?
Kaboot 2 and 2.
What's that fucking word, man? Hold on. I think it's Hold on. I'm gonna tell you real quick.
Look at this nigga. Fuck that Mississippi shit, man. Look, it is what it is, man. You gotta be open to some new shit, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, this is just my it's just my mindset, man. I'm trying to I like that be better than you was yesterday.
Oh yeah, got to be. Yeah, that's the outcome.
Yeah, Hob. Yeah, I said it wrong, man. Hob.
Is what?
I'm about to tell you in a minute.
Oh.
How to say this shit. God damn.
That Mississippi internet.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it on a see how you say that shit. It's Habook. Man, let me see. Is Tony Man not a said? Nope. Let me see, man.
Oh, let me grab. Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Habakkuk.
I was calling myself trying to look it up. What is it?
Habakkuk 2 and 2, man.
Okay, 2 and 2. Okay.
Write the vision, and make it plain.
All right.
And that's what I want to do, man.
Okay.
That's what we can do, man.
Well, we can. Say less.
The big homie say Habakkuk 2 and 2. He say write the vision.
Oh, Habakkuk.
Yeah.
Habakkuk.
I was saying
Habakkuk. Don't ask me how I know that. I mean, my aunt, she a Jehovah's Witness, and when I was used to go to their house all the time, she used to make me remember and pronounce the words of the Bible correctly. So
Yeah.
that's how I know that shit.
What is it? Habakkuk?
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk. Yep. Habakkuk 2 and 2, man.
Yeah, 2 and 2. Yeah.
Right division, bruh.
Yeah.
He promised us that. You got to right division, man.
And we gonna get to that though.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll get to that. But I make sure you send me whatever email address or website I need for that Italian.
I'm about to send you 2 of them.
Yeah, I need that. And they send it to the front door?
Yeah.
I need that.
Y'all in Florida, see, I'm in Mississippi, the Bible state. I can't get that shit. I have to go to Alabama at one of the homies' house and pick it up.
And oh wow. So you gotta make a run. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here by the Alabama line, so it ain't nothing.
Oh, so you ain't that far. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, man, I'm about to shut us down. I ain't been on here for 3 hours this long in a long time, but it was well worth it. Tony man was let me see. Tony man been with us for the whole ride. Let me see. He's still on here.
It was definitely dope talking to him.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. But like I say, I don't think this gonna be. Say he fried off that juice. Look, he said he fried off that juice. Hey, look,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, I'm drinking this Morocco go-go juice.
Man, I got to try that.
I had this joint shipped over here. Well, one of the homies bought it. He came to visit. He bought it from Germany.
Man, I got to try that right there. My man told me you fried off that juice. Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm finna go pop me 50 milligrams of them V's and punish my old lady.
Okay.
You don't need to know. 50 milligrams.
Whoa. You know this live, right? Oh my God. She gonna cuss your ass. Oh, she gonna be like, did you really say that? I'll be like, look, I ain't know he was gonna say that. I ain't know.
Man, boy.
Oh, hey, look. With that being said, man, God bless.
Yeah, God bless you guys, man. I love
coming
you,
on, man. My man about to go pop these V's real quick.
He get VA benefits for those blickies.
Hey, man, this nigga crazy, man. Hey, look, man, y'all be safe. Hey, Chris, don't hang up, man. Hey, look, y'all be safe, man. It's Real Talk with the 6 Man. Y'all can get me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Real Talk with the 6 Man, YouTube, Real Talk with the 6 Man, podcast, IG, Real Talk 6 Man, Facebook, Real Talk to the 6 Man. Hey, y'all be safe, man. Be easy, man.
No doubt, baby.